Neo's got the mic, he's taking charge. Carl's geeking out, his knowledge large. Ryan's dropping facts like a game pro. On Party Chat, we'll steal the show. Plug in your headphones, feel the beat. Talking games with passion can't be beat. From launch parties to quests untold, Party Chat's the place to be, we're bold.
Favorite games of all time, pixelated worlds and icy climes, controllers and joysticks we adore. Level up with us, there's so much more. Plug in your headphones, feel the beat. Talking games with passion can't be beat. From launch parties to quests untold, Party Chat's the place to be, we're bold.
Well, hello everyone. Good evening. Happy Tuesday to you all. Welcome to another episode of Party Chat, episode 60. We were giving our guest some time to show up, and he liked to tweet and reposted it, but he hasn't responded back to me, so I don't know where he is. So we're going to get started, and hopefully you can join us. So we got Ryan joining us back again tonight. Good to have you back, man. It's been a while. Missed chatting with you, so I'm glad you were able to make it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate everybody's patience on everything. So lots going on in life, but it's good to be back.
Yeah, I know you've had some tough stuff going on in life, so I won't get into it unless you want to. But thoughts and prayers are going towards you because I know you could definitely use a break. So I'm glad you can make it and have some time to talk some video games with us.
Yeah. I haven't even played a video game, and I can't tell you how long. I wish I actually postponed my StreamYard just because it's been several months since I've done anything. So.
All right, completely understandable. You got some more important stuff to worry about at the moment. So, and Carl, good evening. How are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm pretty good.
Well, good to have you here and talk some video games as well. And hopefully Jay Bongo will be joining us momentarily because he said I messaged him last night and he said he's looking forward to it. So, he's always good. Great. I always have a great time chatting with him as well. So hopefully he'll be here momentarily. So we got a couple of faces in chat before we even got started. See Angry Canadian. What's up, Angry Canadian? Good to see you, buddy. Says too many Prime 4 haters here. Need some balance of the force. I wouldn't say I'm a hater, but I was very much disappointed by it. But I did enjoy my time with it nonetheless. So, but we did a very in-depth Prime 4 discussion back in January, I think it was, for a few hours. So if you want to hear my full thoughts on it, you can go listen to that and see. Eamon is here. What's up, Eamon? Good to see you. Hello. Ariana's in chat. Good evening. And Andrew Kennedy also Neo gave up too quickly on Mio. Shame him. I only played the demo, and I will play the full game in its entirety at some point. Just because I did not enjoy the demo that much. It's not very high on the priority list, but like Hollow Knight, I will do it at some point. So maybe my opinion will change when I actually play the full game, but I was not impressed with the demo.
Allegedly. All this is allegedly.
So it sounds like he's probably gotten farther. I just played the demo, so he's probably farther than I got. But there's some things that kind of rubbed me the wrong way about it. But I will play it. So. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and go around the horn here. And I guess Ryan already gave us his answer to our starting question: is what have you been playing lately? Sounds like nothing.
Well, other than myself, I mean, well, that doesn't count. No, I've been jonesing to play BioShock 2 again.
Okay.
I think tomorrow, I have a few things I got to do, but I might try to do that. If not, maybe the next day. Yeah, I've missed BioShock 2. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun.
I've only played the first one, but I do have the collection. So I do plan to play through all 3 of the remasters at some point because I played the original 360 version back when it launched. And I haven't really played it since. So someone's like, you really got to play through all 3 of them. So I picked up the collection, has all 3 of the remasters in it on sale for like $10 one time. So I will play all 3 of them.
Yeah,
it goes on sale quite frequently for that price.
And the other thing that kind of sold me on it is that the remasters, or if you can call it that, don't have any multiplayer achievements. So that was also a big bonus.
Yeah, no, the remasters, in my opinion, are very well worth it. They look great, especially have a graphics card that will handle it, which I can't imagine any of us playing video games here don't. No, they look awesome. I love them, and it's just
I would hope so. They're originally 360 games.
Yeah, well, and at the same time too. I mean, I know I missed the controversy probably by about a month, but that newer game that was kind of like the dad simulator that all the weirdos are flipping out about because that's the cute. The cute little girl in it who she's like she's like an android robot or whatever, and it's like, you know what? Yeah, play a dad simulator and piss a weirdo off.
Carl sent that to me, so that's very high on my list of getting to very soon. So I'm very much looking forward to
I want to play it too.
It's a great game.
I played the demo and loved it, so it's high up. I might be playing it here in the next month or 2. So, all right. What about you, Carl? What have you been playing lately?
Very near the end of Splatoon Raiders.
Okay.
I've been enjoying that game a lot. Very fun replayability. It's not breaking any molds, but it's very fun, and I gotta say, I love the art direction a lot in that game. The Salmonids, the villains, pure nightmare fuel. They all look like something out of a Tim Burton movie or something.
Okay, I remember you mentioning that
a lot.
On one of your streams.
Is that the paint game?
Yeah, it's Splatoon, but it's taken in a different direction.
Single player game.
Is this the third one? There's 1 and 2, and then there's 3.
There's 3 mainline Splatoon games, and they're like multiplayer shooters. This one's a single player, kind of like, how can I say this? You go through individual levels, and you unlock different treasure items, and they make your little Splatoon guy a little bit better at life. And then you got to fight like over the top bosses and stuff like that. There's a difficulty option. You could call them help, but it's not a PvP game like the mainline ones.
Okay. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, I'm not big on the. Well, I've only seen the multiplayer, so that's why I called it the paint game.
That's basically all it is the first 3 games are just multiplayer.
Okay.
As far as I know, they don't have a campaign.
Yeah, I think they have like a storyline that's kind of told off, like thing, I guess you could say, just like off air, kind of like they did with like Halo stuff and Gear stuff and other stuff like that. But right now I'm just I'm on the final stretch. I think I can get to the final boss. I got to that last night, went to bed, but right now I've been really enjoying it. Very easy pick up and play, and then if you need to go do something, you can put it down because of the level structure like that. But it plays very smooth. I haven't had any issues, I would say, with slow frame rates or anything like that. So I've been enjoying it a lot. And
is that a Switch 2 exclusive, or is it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the other game I just started is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, Yakuza Dead Souls. That's the other game I've been playing a lot lately.
I think I saw you post a picture of that, but I haven't even heard of that one. Is that one similar to the other Yakuza games, or what?
Oh, hell no. It is not similar at all.
Okay.
This one is basically a spin-off game I think it's like an Elsewhere kind of story. I haven't beat it yet, but it takes place in between Yakuza 4 and 5, and you basically fight zombies in the
Oh,
Yakuza
okay.
universe.
A Yakuza
So,
zombie game. Is
so
it
technically, it's a third-person shooter.
okay? I was gonna say, what does it play like? Is it like Dead Rising, or is it still played like a traditional Yakuza where it's turn-based combat?
No, Yakuza is in turn-based combat. Like
Oh,
the original Yakuza was actually more of a brawler.
right.
So I guess the correct term is action RPG.
Okay.
And then they added the turn-based elements later on to different Yakuza, but there's a story reason for that, so it makes more sense. And this one, they just said like, "Hey, it'd be fun, zombies," and that's what they did. It reminds me of like the Yakuza devs saying like, "What if we just put Resident Evil in our Yakuza game?" That's basically what it is. It's just over the top zombie fights with over the top like characters that were already in the game. I'm not that far in it. I'm getting close to the end of chapter 1, but man, I really hate playing shooters on a PS3. That's all I ever keep saying. I just really despise it.
It makes me think of, I think it's a SpongeBob Patrick meme where it's like, let's take zombies and put them over here into a Yakuza game.
Basically, it was during that that generation. They had a couple spin-off games that popped up. The first one was that one, and the other one was Ishin, which was a Japanese only one. But instead of the Yakuza cast taking place in modern day times, they just put them into like feudal era Japan. So they were like in the 1800s and all that stuff. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Oh, so that made me think of, this is not a recently released one. This is a little bit of an older one, right?
Now this one is trapped on the PS3, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a PS3 exclusive.
Yes,
okay.
I actually talked about it in my video recently. So
okay. All right. Okay. Well, as for myself, one thing that it's funny because I actually just mentioned this game on Metroidvania Monday last night, and then it went on sale for the highest sale it's been on. So I ended up picking it up last night. I played it for about 30 minutes just to dip my toes in, and I'm liking it a lot. And that is Shinobi Art of Vengeance. I don't remember why it came up, but I brought it up on Metroidvania Monday last night, and then literally like I got off stream. It's like, hey, it's on sale. So I picked that up, and I'm really liking it because it came out. It's a very similar game to Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. It came out in a very similar time frame as well. And the little bit that I played of Shinobi is everything that I wanted out of Ragebound. Because Ragebound was okay, but I wasn't a huge fan of it. And everything that I wanted out of that is in Shinobi. So I'm liking this way, way, way better after the 30 minutes I played versus like the 15 hours I played a Ragebound. I'm liking it way better. But only just dip my toe in it. So I'm not really actually playing that yet. But as I mentioned, Metroidvania Monday, I'm currently playing through Guns of Fury, and that has been a lot of fun. And for anyone who isn't familiar with Guns of Fury, if you like Metal Slug, it's Metal Slug, but it's a Metroidvania rather than a level-based shooter. You would think that it was made by the developers of Metal Slug. It looks and plays like exactly like it. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. So that's what I've been playing for Metroidvania Monday. And then off stream, the main thing I've been playing is Terminator not Salvation, that's a movie. Terminator Resistance, the one from Teon that recently did the RoboCop games that everyone was very happy with. Well, I heard a lot of good stuff about the original release, which I haven't played yet, but I do plan to play that. And then I actually just picked up the Unfinished Business expansion a couple weeks ago when it was on sale, but I'm going to play that after I play the original. But I heard that one wasn't as good as the base game, but I'm playing through Terminator Salvation because True Achievements has targets each month, and one of them was for getting a certain amount of stealth achievements in the month. And so I was like looking through my stealth games I haven't played, and like, I've been wanting to play Terminator Salvation. So I was like, that's a good enough reason. So I'm playing through that. It's relatively short. I think I'm probably about 75% of the way through it. It's good. I'm not liking it quite as much as I thought I was going to, but it's not bad. I do like it. It's just the game structure, if you haven't played it, is kind of you have like in between each level, you go back to like your hideout, and there's no combat or anything. You can sell and upgrade your stuff and talk to the NPCs and stuff, and then you go out to the levels, and they're kind of like big open maps, and almost like an open world game but shrunk down. And each level is like one of these big open maps, and you got a bunch of objectives around the map to go do, and it's basically you're flying solo versus all the machines, so you're mostly sneaking around and trying not to be detected. And it definitely has a little bit of, I wouldn't say it's like terrifying, but it definitely, it's like, oh crap, is that Terminator gonna see me? And you're like holding your breath, and then and then it turns and goes the other way. It's like, oh phew, because if it's very easy to get overwhelmed in this game. So but I'm making my way through that, and I will probably finish that and probably tonight or tomorrow. I think I'm getting pretty close, but I have been going very, very slowly because it says like 8 to 10 hours to completion, and I'm probably at 8 hours. And I think, like I said, I think I'm only about 70% of the way through the game, and I am like taking my time, going really, really stealthy. So it's probably gonna take me a little bit longer than the estimated time to completion. But yeah, so that's the main thing I've been playing. So
yeah, not bad.
So have you you played the RoboCop game, right?
Yes, I have.
Yeah. Did you play Terminator Resistance?
I have not.
Okay. So is that one that you're planning on playing at some point?
I do own it. I just need to find the time to play it. There's other things I kind of want to play. I just learned today that there was a Ratchet and Clank game I did not own, so I had to pick that up.
Okay. So, all right. Well, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's just I'm not quite liking it as much as I was hoping, but I'm still liking it. So, but yeah. All right. Eamon says, speaking of Yakuza, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii is still on sale for $15 till the end of next week. I know Carl was a big fan of that game.
Really do like it.
Anger Canadian also agrees, says totally worth it. So shout out to Pirate Yakuza. If you're interested, go check that out. I'm assuming you mean on Steam. It's on sale for $15. So that's
it's on sale like on Xbox too.
Oh, okay. Nice. So all right. Well, I don't know what the heck is taking him so long. I was hoping he'd get here at least by the time we got done with now playing, but he is not. So we will continue on, and hopefully he'll join us. So
I hope it's nothing bad. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah, he liked and retweeted the tweet, so I don't know what he's up to. We're gonna have to shame him when he joins, unless he messages us afterwards and gives us a good excuse. All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and get into our topics for tonight. And so let's see here. Oh, before we do that, actually, I mentioned this because you sprung a question on us on Party Chat last time. And so I did want to, crap, where'd it go? I wrote it down, but it's not on my notes. There it is. So before we get into our topic, I do want to address the one that Carl sprung on us in the middle of Party Chat last episode, and that was, have you watched the movie and then it inspired you to go play a specific game? So I did a little more thinking on it. I did have a couple of answers off the top of my head last week, but I wanted to go through a couple because obviously there's a bunch of like movie-based games where it's like, oh yeah, I watched, because like the one I mentioned was like, watching GoldenEye makes me want to go play GoldenEye. But I wanted to come up with something that's like,
yeah, it does,
not a movie-based game, but it's similar to the movie. So I did write down a couple that so this one, the first thing I thought of was not necessarily a movie. It was more of where I went. So last summer I went to Europe and I was in Rome, and I did actually watch Gladiator on the flight home because like I'm in Rome, and it was so I was like, I gotta watch Gladiator. So I watched Gladiator, and then being in Rome and watching Gladiator made me want to go back and play Assassin's Creed 2 and Assassin's Creed Odyssey, even though I haven't played it yet. But I haven't gotten around to going back and playing Odyssey, but it made me want to play those. I just haven't gotten to them yet because I have done AC2, both the original and the Ezio collection, but I haven't gotten to playing Odyssey yet because I still have to do Origins first. So that was one. Actual movie that made me want to play a game was watching any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies has made me want to play AC Black Flag. Not necessarily the new one because I haven't played Resynced, but I played the 360 and the Xbox One version of Black Flag. So, and then another one I thought of was back in the day, watching Need for Speed, not Need for Speed, thinking racing, but watching Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift made me want to play Need for Speed Carbon. So that was probably be my number one pick. So those are and then a couple other movie-based games like watching Mission Impossible made me want to play the Mission Impossible game, which I had back on N64. It wasn't a great game, but I enjoyed that one. And then I also mentioned
terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great, but it was. I enjoyed that one. I'm going to be playing that again for retro achievements at some point.
Start the countdown.
AC,
start the counter.
I did mention Star Wars games from watching Star Wars movies, but what I didn't think of until going through this was watching Phantom Menace. Made me want to play Episode 1 Racer again, because that is an excellent racing game.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then one last one I wanted to mention is a little like low budget movie called Kill Switch. I would be surprised if anyone out there has even heard of this movie. It has the interesting premise of the entire movie takes place in first person, kind of like that Hardcore Henry movie.
Oh.
I haven't seen Hardcore Henry, but I have seen Kill Switch, and it is like these guys just wanted to like take Half-Life 2 and turn it into a movie, but not be able to, not have to pay Valve any royalties for using their like IP. It's like completely a ripoff of Half-Life 2, but like things are changed just a little bit. So watching that made me want to go back and play Half-Life 2 again. So those are a couple answers.
From Austin Powers, where they're like, it's Godzilla. Well, no, it's not.
It's like change a letter in the name to make it distinct. So but yeah, so those are a couple movies that I watched that made me want to go play some games. So that I wanted to touch on that, and to give a little more detail to that question, because I like these questions, having time to think and come up with answers. So you sprung it on me on the fly. So
oh no.
What? Notice he has no movie that will make him want to go play Perfect. Yeah, because there is, I don't know of any movie that would be similar to it, but I don't need a movie to make me want to go play Perfect Dark. But while we're on the topic,
you messed up. Now you should have said, because Perfect Dark's perfect. I don't need anything to think about it.
Oh, that is true. No, it's not perfect, but it is a great game.
But he sure did struggle to swim up that stream right there.
Trying to think of, I don't know of any movies that would be similar to that. But anyways,
Atomic Blonde.
That one took place like in the 80s, didn't it?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
I thought Atomic Blonde had Charlize Theron in it. It does. Like that. Yeah,
I've seen that movie. I want to say it took place like during the Cold War, whereas Perfect Dark takes place in the near future. Like it's more of like a cyberpunk setting. But anyways, since we're on the topic, I haven't started it yet, but I will be starting it probably in the next few days. And I think I mentioned it on last party chat. But thanks to Lowest Expectations for giving me this idea. I am going to actually put out a video in the near future, the first one I've done in years, and it's going to be all the reasons why Perfect Dark is better than GoldenEye.
There you go.
So anytime Ryan says GoldenEye is better, I can just point into the video.
Yeah, that video is not going to get ratioed to hell.
It doesn't matter.
Is it going to be like imright.com? Is that what you're going to do?
And no, I'm going to give legitimate points on every reason why Perfect Dark is better.
I'm telling you, dude,
Ryan and I will make a video to counter your video.
I would be happy to watch that.
I'm just saying the comment section is going to be a bloodbath, bro. You're asking for problems.
So it'll be fun once I get that finished. I'm
watch Neil loses like 50 subscribers over that video.
So, all right. Now we'll go ahead and get into our topics for tonight. So, all right. So, we have previously talked about, I think it was probably like episode 1 or 2 of Party Chat, way back at the beginning. We talked about what game have you spent the most time in. But on Party Chat episode 49, I think it was Carl who brought this up, and a slight twist to that question is actually, what franchise have you spent the most time in? So there's one game that I spent a lot of time in, but I haven't played any other games in that franchise. So that one's actually not the franchise I spent the most time in. I have one franchise where I've spent probably significantly more amount of time in than my single longest played game. So wanted to go around and hear from everyone, what franchise have they spent the most time playing the games in that franchise?
That's a tough one because I haven't tracked hours, but I definitely know it's between, it's one of two things. And it's literally going to be either Knights of the Old Republic or Fallout.
It's probably Fallout.
Fallout was going to be my guess for you.
Well, see, Knights of the Old Republic, I've played both games multiple times, and I mean probably at least 8 to 10. And those are like, minimum, like easily 25, 30, 50-hour games. But then again, Fallout 3, I know that I put in playing it the first time around. I think I completed it with like 173 hours. I don't know, man. That's tough.
Well, how many Fallout games have you played though? That should be a better question for you.
That too.
Well, obviously the later Bethesda games are longer. So I've played all of them, but the ones I've spent the most time in is going to be 3, New Vegas, and probably Fallout 76.
Do you know how many hours you have in Fallout 76?
I don't. That's a good question. I wonder if you can pull that up.
When you play it, do you play it on Steam?
Yeah, it should tell you on Steam.
If it's on Steam, it should tell you how many hours you have.
No, I don't play it on Steam. I play it on the PlayStation Plus.
Okay.
It should tell you
that still should, but I don't know much about the PlayStation. But I know on Xbox, like basically anything that's newer than 360 games, it logs your hours on the console. So you could actually go onto your console and see your hours spent in a game. It doesn't always track it accurately, but for the most part, it's usually pretty close.
Excuse me. The reason I play it on PlayStation Plus is because I played it on the PlayStation 4, so I can pull up that old game. I don't think at the time when it was launched for Steam you could pull up an actual thing you did from the PlayStation Network on Steam itself. I think you had to start over.
Okay.
So that's why I didn't.
Sorry, go on.
No, you're good, dude. That was about it.
Well, I was gonna say, didn't you also play the first 2 Fallout games?
Yes.
Yeah, so those would count as a franchise.
Yeah, I'm saying the ones that I have the most hours in are easily going to be 3, New Vegas, and 76.
That would take up the majority of the hours spent in the franchise would be those.
Yeah. So, and my least favorite Fallout game is 4.
Okay.
I hate that sumbitch.
What about what was it, Brotherhood of Steel? I've heard nothing bad things about that one.
Brotherhood of Steel is basically, so there are some things that are canonical from Brotherhood of Steel. It's not a terrible game, but it's it's just one of those ones. It has a little bit more wackiness than people wanted, because 2 already turned up the wacky factor a little bit, and then I think Brotherhood of Steel kind of shot the horse.
Jumped the shark.
Yeah, pretty much. But there still are things about that game that are canonical, that Bethesda has said, yes, these are canonical. They roll over into later Fallout games, and including even the show.
Okay. What about Fallout Tactics?
So I think Tactics is drastically better than Brotherhood of Steel. I think. Okay, so of the actual canonical Fallout games, the ones that they're mostly canonical, I think Brotherhood of Steel is the worst. Well, no, because it's only partially, so I take that out. 4 is canonical, pretty much everything about it. I think it's the worst. Tactics, I think, is a better game than 4, because I think it actually is it's more fun than 4. Another settlement needs your help sucks. I don't care. I'm tired of hearing it. Like, going, that dude, every time you got back, that sumbitch come walking up to you, and you're like, going, no, just no. Like, I downloaded the what is it? The mod to basically to turn it completely off.
So what I'm hearing is, if you were on top 5 party members, Preston Garvey would be in the top 5 for you.
He'd be number 1.
Yeah, he'd probably be pretty close to the top. I don't hate the character itself. I hate the quest line. It's like,
it's more of what he represents.
Well, because at the same time, after you set up an installation, you arm everybody, you give them all armor and crap like that,
and they still need your help.
They still need your help. Like, it's like, once I set it up, just leave it alone. What is the point? Thank you.
Yeah, it's like I've surrounded your settlement with 40 armed turrets. It's like what is coming after you that's breaking through? I want to know. And then when you get the DLC later on, where you can make your own robots and everything, it's like, now my whole settlement has giant attack robots, and they're still coming through.
Yep.
I will say that Fallout 4's base game, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't I wasn't blown away. But I did think the DLC for Fallout 4 was really fun.
I think the DLC is drastically better than the game. Now, I'll say this. It is not a canonical Fallout game, but without Fallout 4, you would not have Fallout London, which I think is an awesome game. It's 10 times better than the base game of Fallout 4. I'll say that much. So if you want a reason to get Fallout 4 and then to download Fallout London for free, I say go nuts. It's on GOG.
All right.
So it's probably I probably answered my own question. It's Fallout. I literally just went on a fucking tirade for like 5 minutes. Like,
I figured that was probably going to be your answer. So, like, my answer is not going to be a surprise either. But real quickly, Eamon says,
"Is it GoldenEye?"
No, I've spent a good amount of time in GoldenEye, but given it's only one game, there's no franchise. I definitely haven't spent that much time in it compared to franchises I have spent a lot of time in.
We know the answer is Barbie Horse Adventure.
Hey, that's a good game. People give it a bad rap.
I know, it's a great franchise. That's why you love it.
I have no idea. But anyways, Eamon says, for me, it would be Wakfu MMO. Never even heard of it. I have over 16,000 hours in it. Dear Lord. Holy crap. That's crazy. Never heard of it. Has that been around a long time? I hope it's been around a long time.
No idea.
It's like,
heard of this.
It's like, it just came out a couple weeks ago. No, but that's quite the investment. It's like 10 times more than my hours in my most played game. But it's an MMO, so that makes sense. And Starbound was also great at eating time, along with Warframe and Guild Wars 2. Yep. I've dipped my toe into Warframe a little bit. I will be playing it at some point, but I don't think I'll be putting as much time into it as I did for Destiny. But yeah, so all right. Carl, what about you? What do you think is the franchise that you have the most hours in?
Oh, easily Pokemon. There's probably nowhere even close.
So have you, well, I guess given, I was going to say, which Pokemon games have you played, but actually probably be quicker to list which Pokemon games you haven't played, if there are any.
There are a lot of the spinoffs I haven't played, but, I've been playing Pokemon since I was 6 or 7, I don't know. But, I've had it since day one, Pokemon Blue. Played all the Pokemon spinoffs like Snap, Puzzle League, and Stadium on my N64. I still play all the new Pokemon games. Now I got my wife playing all the Pokemon games. I don't think I can measure the time that I put into playing Pokemon, even when you compare it to like other games I played of similar, attitude, like say Halo, Monster Hunter, Persona. I don't think I can. I can measure those times, but I don't think I can come anywhere close to measuring how much time I put into Pokemon just as a kid alone.
Yeah. So given that most if not all of the Pokemon games have like the multi-releases, have you played all of those different versions, or did you like pick one each generation and just go with that one?
Well, I mean, I picked one each generation and went with it. And now that I'm adult, I've replayed them. I've played the ones I haven't played on the mainline series. I'm starting to play more of the spin-offs as well. So it's just, it's just like I said, I've had it since pretty much day one.
So I think we probably touched on this before, but remind me, what was your first Pokemon game? Was it Blue?
Pokemon Blue. Okay. I got it for Easter. A Game Boy Color and a copy of Pokemon Blue.
All right. And have you played, did you end up playing Red at some point as well?
Yeah. I've played Red and Blue so many times, it's not even funny. The remakes, the other sequel remakes in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I even just finally recently got to play Pokemon Green and Pokemon Red, the original Japanese releases.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you been playing Pokopia?
My wife has.
That's okay. That's what I thought.
Yeah, my wife has put a lot of hours into Pokopia.
She's been having fun with that one. Nice.
Yeah.
So okay. And Eamon says Wakfu is the sequel to Dofus, a French-based series. That explains why I've never heard of it, including games, TV shows, and movies. In terms of size, it's basically the Pokemon of the French. Okay. For reference, Wakfu is a tactical turn-based RPG. Okay. Yeah, never heard of it.
So, it's French. That's why I've never heard of it.
So, as for myself, as I mentioned, the single game that I have the most hours in when we talked about this, I think on episode 1 of Party Chat, was Destiny 1. I never ended up playing Destiny 2 just because I wanted to broaden my horizons, not spend another 1,600 hours. That's about how many I have in Destiny 1. I didn't want to
rookie.
Sink that into Destiny 2. So I started spanning out from there. And that's like, if you look at my gamer score, it was kind of pretty much a plateau until like 2018 when I stopped playing Destiny, and then my gamer score just like skyrockets because I start playing all this different stuff. And I think that's when around the time Game Pass also started, so that helped as well. But anyways, the franchise that I'm pretty sure that I have the most hours in is my favorite franchise of all time, and that is Mass Effect. Because Mass Effect 1, the 1, 2, and 3 are all 360 games. I don't have any way to actually track the hours in them, but I've beaten them all multiple times. It's been a while since I've done any of them, but I easily have probably 200 to 300 hours in each of them just for the campaign. And then Mass Effect 3's multiplayer, which I still play to this day regularly. I was just playing it on Friday night, as I often do. I've got 1,000 hours in the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and I was trying to come up with an estimate of how much time I have in Mass Effect, and I was thinking about that. I'm like, oh wait, there's one more game, and yes, Andromeda. Since that was an Xbox One game, I can check my time in that, and I have 350 hours in Andromeda. Most of that was I did beat it 2.5 times to get all the achievements, but I also spent probably another 150 hours or so in the multiplayer in Andromeda because the multiplayer was really good. It's just it didn't get any after post-launch support like Mass Effect 3 did, so that's why I went back to playing Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. But all in all, I probably have over 2,000 hours in Mass Effect.
I would have to say, boo this man for playing that much Andromeda.
Like I said, the multiplayer was good. It's just it didn't.
I know you're a huge multiplayer fan. So I mean, I feel like you've probably played
multiplayer in Mass Effect. I don't like PvP.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I feel like you probably played more multiplayer in Mass Effect than maybe the games itself.
In
Does
the
that sound about right?
It's probably. Given if you were to combine my Mass Effect 3 multiplayer and my Andromeda time, I probably spent more time in the multiplayer than I have in the campaign, but I've still spent hundreds of hours in the campaigns as well. But overall, I probably have more time in the multiplayer. But yeah, I also am, often say I'm a Andromeda defender in air quotes. And I always say that in air quotes because it often gets hated on. And it's like, oh, that game sucked. That game was trash. Like, no, it just wasn't anywhere near as good as the original trilogy. It was still a decent game. I think I gave it like a 6 or 6.5 out of 10. So it was very mediocre, but it wasn't a terrible game by any means. It was just disappointing. Kind of like Metroid Prime 4. Not a bad game, just disappointing. So, yeah, if I had to say, I'd probably be, I'm pretty sure Mass Effect is the franchise I have the most time in. But Halo and Zelda, I probably have a lot of time in as well. I spent a lot of time playing all the Halos and a lot of time playing Halo 1 multiplayer back in high school. Zelda's had a lot of games. I've played almost all of them except for the most recent ones. I haven't played Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, or Echoes of Wisdom. But the only ones prior to that I haven't played is Zelda 2, which I'm going to be playing at some point, and Oracle of Seasons, which I'm also going to be playing at some point, and then Minish Cap. There you go, Angry Canadian. I said it the right way, Minish Cap, since you always give me crap because I always said it Minish Cap. But Minish Cap I have not played yet either, and I plan to play that in the near future as well. Oh, and Spirit Tracks. I never played Spirit Tracks, but I will be playing that at some point as well. But basically, all the other mainline games, I've all played them, and most of them I've beaten multiple times. So I got a lot of over the years. I got a lot of time in Zelda and Halo as well. Those are probably like the follow-up franchises that I have the most time in. So, yeah. And Eamon says, Carl, did you see the Voxel Gen 1 recompilation of Pokemon Red Blue?
Yeah, he asked me this last time. I think he just forgot, but yes.
Okay.
You said that last stream that you were around, buddy.
Okay. I don't know about this because I'm not into Pokemon, but that sounds cool. Speaking of not necessarily recompilations, but since I mentioned Zelda real briefly, I did just recently discover the best way to play Ocarina of Time. Look up Ship of Harkanian. You do have to supply your own ROM, but it basically makes it run at whatever frame rate and resolution you want, and there's tons of like quality of life improvements. And I booted up and just played like the first like 30 minutes of it a few weeks ago when I just found out about this. And oh my God, playing Ocarina of Time in 4K, or not 4K because I don't have a 4K monitor, but 2K because I have a 1440p monitor and 60 FPS. Oh my God, it was like amazing. It was mind blowing. So if you haven't played it, or you want another reason to go play Ocarina of Time, go look up Ship of Harkanian, and it runs like a dream. So Neo's going to hate Zelda 2 because it requires actual skill to play. I have skill. I've beaten lots of hard games. But yeah, I know it's I think the reason I'm not going to like Zelda 2 is because it's so different from most of the other Zelda games, which is also the reason why I'm not, I don't really have any plans to play Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom anytime soon because they're just so different than the rest of the franchise. So
they're pretty fun.
I will at some point. It's just it'll probably be a long time until I get around to playing them. So, all right, let's see. We'll go ahead and move on to our next topic for tonight. And this is, I think Angry Canadian will like this one because he and I are of the same mind in this regard, if I do remember correctly. And motion controls.
Bodies, one grave.
Okay, great mind. But motion controls often get a lot of flack from people, and people are like, the motion controls ruin this game. Motion controls are the devil. I am not of that camp. I like motion controls for the most part. Yeah, they can be done poorly, but I don't know that I've played any motion control games that were like ruined because of the motion controls. So I was curious from everyone what their favorite motion control game is, if you have one. So, did you want to go ahead and go first?
Yeah, Ryan had to step away if you didn't see.
Oh, but, I saw a private message pop up, but I didn't open it. So yeah, go for it.
Beat Saber.
Okay. If I had VR, I would play the bejesus out of that game.
Yeah, it was the only game I bought a VR for, and the only VR game that didn't make me sick when I played it. It's very fun. But besides that, I'm not really too hip on the motion controls. I didn't have a Wii really when I was growing up. I mean, we all played Wii Sports because I think everyone had a friend that had a Wii, and that was the famous pack-in for here in America. And
yep,
of course, that was fun.
It was.
But I don't know, Beat Saber was like the most fun. Splatoon Raiders actually has motion controls. I found that out too for aiming. But I'm also trying to think other games don't really have that many motion controls for like the stuff that I kind of play,
Yeah, understandable. Shoot, what was I just going to say? About Beat Saber. I have played it for like a couple of minutes. A friend had a VR, and I was able to try out like the demo of Beat Saber, and I freaking loved it. But yeah, if I had a good VR setup, I would play the bejesus out of Beat Saber because it's basically everything I love about a music rhythm game, and there's lightsabers. So,
I can name a game that you were saying that was ruined by motion controls.
Oh yeah,
a PS3 game called Lair.
I've heard of that game. I don't know anything about it.
So, I don't think I've heard of it.
So Lair was actually made by a studio I think a lot of you guys would know called Factor 5. And if you don't know who Factor 5 is...
Factor 5 I know who they
did the
are.
Rogue Squadron games.
Yes, and those are amazing.
Yes. And then they made a deal because originally they were supposed to make another Star Wars game, but the deal fell through with Xbox and Lucas. So then they got to sign on with PlayStation. And then they basically were forced to make a 6-axis dragon flying game that was terrible.
Oh, that was Lair. I remember that game. It looked interesting, but I've never had a PlayStation, so.
Yeah, I hear it's good now because they got rid of the need to use the 6-axis to do anything, but it was well after the game was a flop.
Okay. So, okay. Yeah, so... the reason that I wrote this topic down is because the game that most probably jumps into most people's mind in that category of motion controls ruin the game is Zelda Skyward Sword. And like I said, I'm a fan of motion controls, and I was not a fan of that game for other reasons, and it had nothing to do with the motion controls. But I am looking forward to playing that again very soon because there's still they've been working on it for months. I don't know why it's not released yet, but the retro achievements for Skyward Sword are still not out yet. So as soon as they are, I will be playing that again for the first time since I bought it basically at launch, because it was one of those ones I played it. I was like, yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of it, so I haven't played it again since, along with Wind Waker. So I am going to be playing Wind Waker in the near future as well. So we have a surprise guest joining us way late. What's up, Jay Bongo, who got his time zones mixed up?
I'm so sorry. I did the calculation in my head, and then I just kept telling myself 9 p.m. CST, and I was completely wrong. And then, was away from my comp. So I apologize, everyone. I'm so sorry.
You're
I'm
fine.
glad you're here, though. We're just glad there wasn't, something was going wrong. So glad all is good. So we'll get, since you're here, I do want to have you touch on our first topic. We're only on our second topic so far, but
nice.
Currently we're on our topic number 2, which is, what is your favorite game with motion controls? So once we've finished with this one, I'll go back real quick and get your answer to topic 1 before we move on to topic 3.
Okay.
I can go if you need some time to think.
No, I mean, that's good. Motion controls. I never actually owned a Wii, but what comes to mind is, okay, the one I played the most was Trauma Center Second Opinion.
I have that game. It's not here because these are all my favorite games, but it's in my other bookshelf with my less liked games. I have that one.
I remember when that game the Wii first came out, everyone was hunting for it. You couldn't find them anywhere. My brother hunted one down. I came home from college for winter break, and me and my buddy just played that all winter break. So it's not the best game, but I have some great memories of it. And
it doesn't have to be a good game. It's whatever's your favorite. So I never did actually end up getting through the whole game. So I will do that at some point, especially with the retro achievements launching Wii a few months ago. That's one of the games that has them. So I'll be playing it at some point. So, and Carl, that's 3 on the counter, just in case you were wondering.
He's keeping track for himself here.
I'm keeping track. So, Trauma Center Second Opinion, interesting choice. I would not have thought that I would hear that on basically any topic almost ever.
It's the first one that came to mind, so I went with it.
Good stuff. So, Ryan, have you played any motion control games?
I not really know. If it's not on a computer, it's not on really with a controller, because I don't even really play unless I have to with a mouse and keyboard anymore. Like I did it a lot more when I was in the military because I left a lot of my gaming consoles behind. So I learned to play on a mouse and keyboard a lot of games. But now I'm kind of like the opposite. I like my controllers. So I'll play a lot of games on Steam and stuff, whether it be with an Xbox, Series X controller or PS4.
That's how I use on most of my stuff, is my Xbox controller.
Yeah, I got the red and black camoed one.
Oh, nice.
Well, because if it's my wrestling character, when I was a part of WWE NXT, my colors were black and red.
Those are the best colors.
Yeah, so that's why. I mean, you can look at my logo. That's kind of why it has a lot of black and red in it. So.
If I wasn't mainly an Xbox guy, and The Matrix being my favorite color, my favorite movie of all time, which is why I went with black and green. But personally, my favorite color scheme is red and black.
Oh, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, it's like I'm a big Xbox guy, which is black and green. Matrix is my favorite movie, which is black and green. I have to go with black and green. So
I have to be honest. I almost think I kind of prefer the Xbox controller over the PS4.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think a lot of people prefer the Xbox controllers.
and then just the PlayStation 5 one looks like what the hell were they thinking?
I haven't really played almost any PlayStation like it ever, so I can't say on the controller.
Someone
just what I hear anecdotally.
Release a new run of the original Xbox controllers.
No,
oh my god!
I do know that I don't remember what brand it is, but one of the third parties made a controller called the Duchess, and it's basically the Duke, but with some modern conveniences. But it basically looks exactly like the Duke. which I was
Yeah.
not a fan of that controller.
They
Y'all
did
remember
put out
the,
some of those. I think it was like 8-Bit or one of those other companies that get licenses. They also had like a purple Cortana one that if you played it, it lit up and had a little Cortana pop up in the middle.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
y'all remember the Dreamcast?
I looked it
yeah.
up. Apparently, the Duchess was by Hyperkin.
I think that's it. Yeah.
But yeah,
I think they also did a Duke controller as well.
Oh, I'm getting them mixed up. So the Duchess was their version of the original Xbox S controller, which was the smaller one, which I was a big fan of that one. But they do have a basically a clone of the Duke controller as well, but made for modern consoles and stuff. So, yeah. So, all right. Anyways, yeah. So I figured, Ryan, you probably didn't really have a whole lot of motion. Have you played any VR games? Because those would probably count as well, but I don't think you probably played much of that either.
No, I haven't played a single VR game since they were in malls and they used to put that giant setup all on your face, and then you're like, whoa! Like, you know. So that's going to be a big no from me.
Okay, I had a feeling, but
yeah,
I want to make sure you got your chance.
Like even the Wii games, man. Like I still got that little controller extension that you just plugged into like the little whatever the hell it's called
Into the bottom of the controller.
Yeah, in the bottom of the controller.
That
and
was
it
the
was
Wii Motion Plus.
Yeah, and it was just
yeah,
it was just a regular, almost like D-pad controller, an advanced form of you know. So
like, you're talking about the classic controller.
Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, because what I'm talking about is the Wii Motion Plus was a little thing that plugged into the bottom of the Wiimote and added more accurate motion tracking.
Oh, hell no.
Some games required that, and they started building it into the Wiimotes, but they didn't have. They released an attachment for them for the Wiimotes that didn't have it built in. But there was also the classic controller, which also annoyingly plugged into the bottom of the Wiimote in order to play more traditional, like side-scrolling games.
Yeah, well, it was also something that's well, I just lost my train of thought too. It looked almost identical, like an updated version of what a Super Nintendo controller.
Okay. Yeah, Nintendo has released a lot of their old like original controllers as like Switch versions. So that's probably what you're thinking of.
This is what I play on.
Okay.
What brand is that?
Lick Pro controller.
I've not heard of
but
that.
But it's got the Switch logo on it too, so it's like officially like you. When you connect it, it recognized as a Switch Pro controller.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, for myself, yeah, obviously the most prominent, motion controls is the Wii. Of course, there were. I guess you could technically consider the Kinect motion controls as well, but then there was also the PlayStation Move, which I never played that. I did play the Kinect. I didn't have one myself, but my roommate had one back when that was new. So I did play a couple of Kinect games. But my favorite motion control games were Wii games, unsurprisingly. And there are two. And one of them, actually both of these I've replayed recently, and I enjoyed playing them a lot. And that is Metroid Prime 3, which was a Wii exclusive. And they eventually released the Metroid Prime trilogy with 1, 2, and 3 with motion controls, but I haven't played that one yet, and I want to because I want to play 1 and 2 with motion controls. Bongo, I know you're also a big fan of Metroid, like myself. Have you played the Wii trilogy version?
I did, and I forgot about it. when as soon as you mentioned it, I was like, yeah, I have it. I actually have it right here.
I want to get the steelbook of that at some point. It's expensive, and I haven't gotten into physical collecting yet. So
yeah, it was a lot of fun playing Prime 3 on that.
What about playing Prime 1 and 2 with motion controls?
Yeah, I mean Nintendo did a good job porting those over. That it all played really seamlessly. I didn't have any complaints when I played it, and it's worth the experience for sure. You can do it. You can play Prime 1 with motion controls now on the Wii. On the Switch.
On the Switch with the Prime Remaster. Yeah.
So, and they're definitely going to do Prime 2 and 3 remastered at some point.
I hope. But yeah, Prime 2 is the only one because, you could play Prime 4 with motion controls as well if you wanted to.
Yep.
But yeah, so Prime 2 is the only Prime game that does not have motion controls. I mean, doesn't, other than the Wii trilogy. It doesn't have its own standalone with motion controls is what I meant. So, All right, so would that probably be your other answer then? You just forgot about it?
Just, a combination of one of my favorite franchises and motion controls.
So yeah, Prime 3 gets a lot got a lot of flack, but I really enjoy it. It's my least favorite of the original 3. I still like it way more than Prime 4. But
yeah, that goes without saying.
my buddy dude likes Prime 4 more than Prime 3, and he's got some good reasons. But yeah, for me, it's just I like Prime 3 way more than Prime 4. But I never disliked Prime 3. It's just I didn't like it as much as 1 and 2. But I like Prime 3. But my number one most favorite motion control game, also a Wii game, and I recently replayed it as I just mentioned, and it replaced the other game in its franchise as my favorite in that franchise, and also in my top 10 games of all time, which was Ocarina of Time, but has been since replaced with Twilight Princess. My favorite Zelda game, Ocarina of Time, I love it, but after playing, I recently replayed both because I played a bunch of Zelda games earlier this year, and Twilight Princess, I hadn't played it in a really long time. It's like, I forgot how good I already liked it. It was like probably neck and neck with Ocarina of Time, but after replaying both, I'm like, it takes the cake. And I've I'm obviously talking about the Wii version because that's the one with motion controls, and it is just such an excellent, amazing game. I have not yet played the Dusklight version, which, speaking of Ship of Harkanian, basically the same thing they did with Twilight Princess is you have to supply your own ROM, but has a bunch of modern quality of life improvements. And I know J Bongo has been playing that on his streams. I haven't played it yet, but I did boot it up and just for a couple minutes just to see what it was about. And it's like the Ship of Harkanian. It is amazing and probably the definitive way to play Twilight Princess. But I've only played it on Wii with motion controls, and I freaking love it. So since you've played the Dusklight version, have you beaten it yet, or how far are you?
Yeah, I made it through it. I loved it. Definitely the way I'm going to play it from now on. I mean, that's the only way I can.
You would agree with probably the definitive way.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're in like a PC ports renaissance right now. I mean, with AI helping all these developers decompile and do stuff. I feel like every day I'm seeing more and more people being like, GoldenEye is almost decompiled, and Diddy Kong Racing decompiled, and now there's a Metroid Prime Hunters was decompiled now.
I did not know that.
Yeah, or it's getting close to. So I might actually have to play that game for the first time.
I have it. I never beat it though, because I didn't like it. I just couldn't figure out where to go to finish the game. So it's another one where I will play through it at some point. Ryan, what you were about to say?
Oh, I was just gonna say that what is dude like Beetlejuice like on, because you mentioned his name and all of a sudden he pops up like what the hell?
I haven't looked in the chat yet because there's some comments I want to touch on, so I haven't scrolled down yet. But he was probably lurking until I mentioned him.
I was just like, "What, dude? What the freak?" Like, and of course, and then you got all excited by about Hunters, and I was like, "All right, dude, it's family show, easy. I'll whip it out."
So yeah, he probably just got done streaming because he's been streaming through Mario Galaxy 2 on his channel, so he probably just finished that up and came on over here.
Rated on I know.
Rumble.
Thank you. Good God, it's been a hot minute since I've streamed.
Well, thank you for the raid, dude.
I think I just had a stroke on live on like this.
So yeah, easily my number one favorite game with motion controls is Twilight Princess, and I haven't played the GameCube version of that game without the motion controls, but people like I said, people like to hate on motion controls, but I think after I play the GameCube version, I'm still going to prefer the Wii version, but we shall see. But either way, it's a phenomenal game, and I love the motion controls in that one. And that was not the motion controls was not my issue with Skyward Sword. It was other stuff. So I actually like the having to be more accurate because that's what I was expecting out of Twilight Princess, and then it was more of like swinging is just like essentially like pressing a button. It wasn't until they had the Wii Motion Plus where you can actually move the sword where you want it to go, and I was like, this is awesome. So. All right. I want to try. There's a lot of chat that I missed, but I see. Where was it? I see Matt Black Studios is in chat. What's up, Matt Black? Good to see you, buddy. He'll be on Open Mic on Thursday, and he was on Carl's channel last week. And he says he's been trying to get in touch with you, Jay Bongo, and you guys. Yeah, it's been tough. So
we've been messaging. We got something in the works.
All right. So I want to listen to you guys chat. So I passed along the message, Matt Black, to Jay Bongo. It's like, go talk to Matt Black if you haven't yet. So he said Rayman Raving Rabbids. I did not know that was a motion control game. So, and Canadian says my answer would probably be Nintendo Land. Not even familiar with that game.
It's a Wii U game.
The Wii U. That's probably why.
He's like the only person that played it, I'm convinced.
Feel free to flame Neo here in the chat. He takes it quite well. Yes, I would agree with that.
He takes it. He takes it a lot, especially about GoldenEye.
We're not going to get into the debate tonight.
Every time we come on, we have this discussion.
Dude, I'm just going to tell you.
Every party chat.
I'm just saying people who love GoldenEye don't have to put out a video about why GoldenEye is better than Perfect Dark, but you're going to do the opposite.
It's because people don't realize how good Perfect Dark is.
Yeah,
Back me up, Jay Bongo. You played Perfect Dark, right?
I have played Perfect Dark, and I have to go with Neo on this one.
Thank you.
GoldenEye's a bad game. Impact-wise, GoldenEye is
absolutely.
Definitely got it overshadowed Perfect Dark for sure.
By a lot.
Just as soon as this video comes out, 24 hours later, I'm going to screenshot every comment underneath it. There's probably going to be like 100 of them.
Just gotta put it to classical music with just all the flaming that he'll get.
Yeah,
yeah.
I can only hope it blows up and goes viral.
I'll share
positive
it for
or
you.
Negative.
It's a great idea for some content.
Yeah,
I'm about to say, you know what? We're all friends here. We'll all share it for you and watch you get toasted.
That would be great. So, but yeah, obviously, I never said anything bad about GoldenEye. I love it. It totally blew Perfect Dark away in sales and notoriety. And that usually has a negative connotation, but I mean it in a positive way. But Perfect Dark is such a better game. It took everything GoldenEye did and did it better. So, and I want to tell you all the reasons why. So I'll get I'll put that at some point. So thanks to Lois for giving me that idea. So,
who do you think played more, not GoldenEye? Sorry. The first Perfect Dark or the one for the 360? Which one do you think people play more?
Probably the first one.
Probably the first one, but I would say 360 version is a better way to play it because it's so much smoother. But anyways,
I'll say this though, not about either game. I'm just going to say technically about both games in general. So there's just something beautiful about the old cartridge games. There really is. It just hit different. I don't know. Yep. I'm not sure what it is. I can't figure it out. But even to this day, my Nintendo 64 is underneath my freaking flat screen TV in my room. Like
mine's right there, and I could turn it around and hook it up to the TV. It's just on the other side of the wall.
Mine's already hooked up. I can just turn on.
You have Perfect Dark in there?
Yeah, Perfect Dark's in my N64. And I've got my Perfect Dark and my GoldenEye boxes right there. Those are the only two N64 boxes I still have is GoldenEye and Perfect Dark right there.
I know. I'm actually jealous because I wish I still had my GoldenEye box. But that was
I wish I kept my Ocarina of Time box. That's the one I wish I still had.
We all wish we kept our boxes, okay? Because those things jack up the price.
Well, it was before I thought, that I started collecting stuff. So like I have so many Marvel action figures and shit that are still in the box and they'll never come out. And it's like because I'm a collector now, and it's like as a kid you're like you don't care. You're just like I'm ripping the box.
Yeah, especially with all the stuff that I see while I go around, it's like ugh.
Yeah, you're the big collector, Carl.
Well, that's why I buy the Japanese ones because they have usually better box art and they're a lot cheaper now.
Nice.
I'd like to do what Ryan Kindle did when he went to Japan, because I'd eventually like to go to Japan. Now that I have my passport, travel the world, I'd buy so much crap. I'd have to buy another suitcase and fly it home.
That seems to be a theme with a lot of people, though.
Nice.
There's I lived in South Korea for a decade, and there was this one spot. It's like in the electronics district. You go there and you go down to a basement, and it's just like 100 yards of just retro gaming stuff from all over Asia, Japan, a lot of English stuff too. But like, guy holds up a bag of like 20 of those Game Boy Minis. Remember those Game Boy Advances that came out? They were like that big. And I remember they were only $20. Yeah, the Game Boy Micros, $20 a piece. And then I noticed that as time went on, the prices just kept getting higher and higher as the demand for retro stuff just kept getting. But you could find some crazy stuff in some of these like markets, and I imagine in Japan as well.
Were you in the military?
No, I was an international school teacher.
Oh, okay. Well, I was about to say, because when you said South Korea, I was in the Army, so I'm like going,
Yeah. No.
That's how a Canadian ended up in Japan in the military. And he's like, I'm staying here. I'm not going back. So
I got two choices. I got Germany or Korea. And then they're like, oh, never mind. We picked for you. So I went to Germany.
Speaking of military, did you see that they're trying to get people to re-enlist by giving them days off to play Grand Theft Auto 6?
That's hilarious.
Really? Is that true?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised by that at all. That's funny.
I mean, not that long ago, they were trying to bait, veterans to come back in the service, and giving them like giant incentives, like $50,000, because the turnover rate in the induction rate was so drastically low under Biden.
Yeah.
So they wanted to pay my fat ass. It's like I weighed 195 pounds when I last time I was in the army. Okay, like I weigh like 250 now. So I mean, I'd be a little bit more snug of a uniform. I'm also
You can
like
do it. I
probably
believe in you.
I'm also like 3 inches taller, but still, it's neither here nor there.
All right. So Canadian said Ryan is all about the PlayStation Move. And Eamon says one of the best VR games out there, which I've heard is excellent. And that's if I had a VR, this would be the other game I'd want to play. Is Half-Life Alyx. Fantastic control scheme. The telepathic pull throw ability was great. They even have a director commentary mode to play through. I've heard nothing but good things about that, and I want to play that someday. So Nerd Takes is here. What's up, Jay? Good to see you, buddy. And Angry Canadian agrees. The Prime collection is goated. I want to get a steelbook of that at some point. I don't know if you said this while we were talking about. Dude says Prime 4 is better than Prime 3. If it wasn't for the desert area, it wouldn't even be an argument. I highly disagree, but
I disagree as well. There's way more things wrong with it.
Yeah,
but the desert area is a good start.
So yeah, he's completed both the GameCube and Twilight Princess versions, or Wii versions of Twilight Princess. So and Galaxy 2, yeah, just got the green stars and speed runs of World S left. Very nice. So, but is it better than Jet Force Gemini? That is Perfect Dark. Yes, I would say it's better than Jet Force Gemini. The main thing that kind of brings Jet Force Gemini down is the tribal hunt in order to complete the game.
Yeah.
But I played that as a kid once and I haven't played it since. So I'm actually looking forward to playing through that again at some point. So, but I like that
Great game though. I love that game.
Because I didn't realize this until I don't remember what stream it was on, but I was thinking about like the first third-person shooters, like what really put third-person shooters on the map for most people was like Gears of War. But there were a couple before that I wanted to play that I never got around to playing, like Kill Switch, and there was another one that was very similar to Kill Switch. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head right now, but like dawned on me like during one of our streams, like wait a minute, the first third-person shooter I ever played was Jet Force Gemini. That was back on N64. Good game. And Lupus is best dog. He's awesome. So
It's also a disease.
Yeah.
Okay, there is a Jet Force Gemini decomp going on. So
very nice.
PC port coming soon.
Ariel made a comment. Sorry, not to interrupt, but
I just saw Ariel, so I was gonna say hello to Ariel. What were you about to say?
Yeah, she said she'd like to do a remaster of Blazing Angels. So since I finally,
it's funny that you mentioned that.
Well, it's funny that since I finally figured out how to do emulations and stuff, and it took me only 87 years of Neil being like, "Oh, dude, I can help you. Hey, man, I can help you." Like, dude, you want help? It's like, I actually did download Blazing Angels. I mean, I actually have a physical copy of it too, but I'll probably actually play it on emulation because it's just easier, and you can actually use because the emulators they'll upgrade. They'll upgrade the graphics and it looks 10 times better.
Like when I'm playing GameCube games on Dolphin, they like run smoother and look better than they did on the original GameCube.
Yeah.
So,
man.
nice.
Well, I mean, because I did that one stream of Need for Speed Most Wanted for the PlayStation 2. And with the graphics settings I have and my graphics card, like it looks like it's better than a PlayStation 3 game almost.
Okay. But it's funny that you mentioned Blazing Angels because that's a game that like I had forgotten about for the longest time. I really like that game. I gameflied it on 360 back in when 360 was new. I never played Blazing Angels 2, but I wanted to. But Angry Canadian has been making his way through Blazing Angels, I believe, for the first time. It sounds like he hasn't been the biggest fan of it, but I really like that game.
I definitely owe Ariel a stream. She told me this like about a year and a half ago on this show, by the way. So maybe once I finish BioShock 2, I owe her one.
So, Canadian says being stationed in South Korea for 10 years is like a life sentence. I would never do that.
What you know love me love you long time?
That's Vietnam, sir.
Oh,
Get your
sorry.
jungle Asians correct.
Sorry, my fault. My
Not
fault.
jungle there.
They all look at this point. They all look the same to me. You know,
anyways,
you know what? It's just not a Neo stream unless we get racist.
So
No,
yeah.
well, yeah, we know Neo hates Italians. He's very vocal about it.
Yeah, I hated my time in Rome last summer. Oh, it was terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, Canadian says I've been playing through Blazing Angels lately. Not really the first time. The first game is rough, but I love the sequel. So all right. And Ariel's like, oh, I was the other way around. I liked the first one, didn't care for the second one. I haven't played Blazing Angels 2, but I would like to at some point. And Matt Black says been itching to make something Mega Man Legend-y. So yeah, that's like the one Mega Man franchise I've never played, and I'm going to at some point. And Carl keeps like, he's like, come on, do it. I'm like, I will
do it.
I basically want to play through almost like all the Mega Man games, even the ones I would never like. I didn't really want to. So like, I do plan to play through Command Mission at some point as well. So just because I'm a huge Mega Man fan, it's like I got to give these games a shot.
Yeah, you do.
So, all right, before we get on to our next topic, real quickly, Jay Bongo, since you missed the first topic, what game franchise have you spent the most time in?
Oh man, I know I was thinking about this question earlier, and then I forgot what it was. So now I'm just like surprised again.
So I had my answer, then honestly, I forgot it.
Probably, it's got to be a tie between the Zelda franchise or
that was like one of my runners.
Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
The Resident Evil franchise. I played the death out of Resident Evil 4. It's one of my top games, and the GameCube versions, and then yeah, or Metroid. Yeah, I can't. I have no idea, but definitely one of those three.
One of those. All right. Cool. Yeah. Mine was Mass Effect, but runners up are probably Halo and Zelda. I played a lot of Metroid, but given that the games are relatively short, even though I've beaten them out so many times, they probably wouldn't be up there in the.
Yeah.
Even though there's a bunch of games, it's just they're relatively short. So
yes,
it might be up there, but it's probably on the lower end of like my top 10 most played franchises.
Yeah. Yep.
So, speaking of that, I think it was Eamon mentioned something about Bongo and Other M at some point. Wait, there was. Funny enough, Bongo was trying to play Other M and couldn't get it to work due to system control issues translating the motion controls. What's that about?
I thought I could get it. I thought it would be simple. So I just like I'm gonna stream the first episode, and I just couldn't get it. Like there's no.
Were you trying to map the motion controls to buttons?
Yes, and I just couldn't get it. And there's no like difficult, concise tutorial on YouTube for it. All the Reddit posts I found were mixed of people saying this worked for me or this didn't work for me. And I put in I don't have a lot of time off stream, but I devoted a number of hours to this, and I just couldn't get it. So then I was screw it, I'm gonna do Metroid Prime 1.
I tried doing because when I started Metroidvania Monday, I started with going through all the Metroid games, and when I got to Prime 3, I was like, how am I gonna do this? And I was trying to map all the motion controls to buttons, and it's like, this is just not gonna work. So I ended up getting a Wii sensor bar that has a Wii USB port. You can get it for like $10, so that way I can just use my Wiimote to play it through Dolphin on my PC with the motion controls. You can go on, look up the sensor bar on Amazon and get it for like $10. So that's the easiest way to do it. I haven't played this, but I heard that there is a motion control less version of Other M. It's like a ROM hack. It's called like Maximum Edition. It has like 2 or 3 X's in it or something. I've heard it fixes a lot of the problems with the game. I haven't played it yet, but I do look forward to giving it a shot. And maybe I won't hate Other M so much after I play that version.
So I was going to do that, but I wanted because I heard that version also like re-edits the game so that the cutscenes are more bearable.
Okay,
or the story makes more sense. But I wanted the original story,
the vanilla edition.
Critique it for the first time.
Fair enough. Oh, have you never played Other M before?
No, I never have.
Oh, okay. Well, you're in for a treat. So, and Bat Black says his most time in a franchise, 1,000% is Smash Bros. That is a great one.
Oh man,
so
Smash Bros.
Yeah, and dude says just get a Mayfly Wii adapter bar to connect remote to the PC. That's exactly what I did, bro. Just play Other M with the base controls. The controls are not the problem with that game. It's just like everything else. I'm not looking forward to playing through it again. All right. With that, we'll go ahead and move on to our next topic for tonight. And let's see here. Our next topic for tonight is I don't remember what caused the impetus for this question, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a game that actually exists or is planning to come out. It could just be like a franchise that's dead and you would just like give anything to get a sequel to this game. But it's, what is a game that you would like take a day off of work to play on launch day? So I've never actually done that. I've wanted to a few times, but I never actually like called in sick or anything to take a day off for day off work or school to play a game on launch day. And there's not really any right now that I would do that for either. Although I do have some that I'm really looking forward to playing, but it's not like, oh, I would have to take time off work to play that. But I'm curious if there is any upcoming games that you would potentially take time off work to play, or if there's not, like what theoretical game that would come out would make you want to do that. So, Bongo, since you jumped in kind of late here, do you want to kick us off of this one, or do you need some time?
No, I got a quick answer. It's probably
all right.
I wouldn't be shocked if it was other people's, but I would take a day off for the Ocarina of Time remake.
Okay.
I have mixed feelings about it, but
same.
That only makes me want to play it and get my hands on it, if only to prevent any spoilers. And I say that in not like obviously story. I know the story, we all do, but I want to experience all the new stuff for myself without anyone telling me. So gonna have to go with that.
Okay, that's a good one. That would probably, like the actual upcoming games, that would probably be the one that would fit this criteria the most for me. But even so, it's I probably won't. And it's a Switch 2 exclusive, so I'd have to get a Switch 2 just to be able to play it. And I want to do that, especially because the thing I've been saying is like, if they release a special edition Switch 2, I will probably get that, but I don't know if I can justify it at this time.
Yeah.
But even if I had a Switch 2, I probably wouldn't, theoretically take a day off work to play it. But I am looking forward to playing it when I can.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. I can't quite afford a Switch 2 right now, but maybe hopefully by the time it comes out.
That's a great answer though. So, Carl, what about you? Is there any games that would make you want to take a day off work to play?
Coming this year, no, because I don't have that many vacation days left.
Regardless of how many vacation days you actually have, what
hypothetical?
Yeah, hypothetical. You don't have to actually take it off, but what game would make you want to take a day off to play?
I mean, right now there's not any game for me per se that I would want to play this year that I was like, oh man, I gotta take a day off of work. But maybe next year I could see the Monster Hunter expansion. I could take a day off of work to just spend my whole day just grinding and getting ready for that.
Okay.
New Mass Effect, I guess I would probably take off just to kind of relive the glory days one more time.
It's like that's the first thing that popped into my head, given we're both such big Mass Effect fans, but I don't have any faith that the next Mass Effect is going to be that good. So
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would probably just take a day off just to take a day off first and foremost, just to play any game I would say I would like to play. It would just be like, what game would I want to go to like the midnight of still and get everything excited for that again? That would be like a different story. But I do have a very funny story about people taking days off of work to play a game.
Okay.
So this happened at my job back in the good old day of 2018 when Monster Hunter World was coming out. Now, I work with 3 people who are big Monster Hunter fans. And 2 of them worked in the same department, and they all kind of took off the same day to go play Monster Hunter World. Because my one buddy, he got the PlayStation Pro Monster Hunter and PlayStation Pro console. Same with another buddy. And what happened was one of them, who shall not be named, but we always call him the Rat, basically, ratted everyone out to the boss.
What a rat.
And The funny part is they got their vacation days revoked and they were forced to come into work.
Oof.
But he got to take the day off because he had a half day.
What a whore!
Wow,
I
geez.
know this was like one of the funniest days at my job.
I skipped school to play a video game when I was in high school.
I always wanted to, but I don't think I ever actually did that. But all right. So for myself, the like actual games that are coming up that the two like most anticipated games I'm wanting to play, but I still wouldn't probably like take a day off of work, theoretically to play. But in just about another week or so, we're getting the next Plague Tale game, which I'm very excited for. But the one that is coming out that I would be most likely to, that is not Ocarina of Time, would be the new Control game, Control Resonant. That game looks freaking awesome. But those would be like the ones that are like actually coming out that I would potentially take time off work for. But the games that don't actually exist and probably never will, that because so many games these days, from our franchises we love, have kind of been on a bit of a downward spiral over the last few years. And that's why Mass Effect isn't up there, because like I would absolutely want to play it on day one, but it's like I wouldn't take off time off work to play it until I know a little bit more about it, because there'll probably be a lot of red flags, most likely. But some games that I don't think there would most likely be any red flags, and I would like the most excited games that I would be excited for would be a Prime 2 remaster. I would be like, oh, I'm getting that day one, and I'll probably be streaming it day one. And I'm not currently employed, so I wouldn't have to actually take time off work. But if I was employed, that'd be a game I would take time off work for. And then the other one would be a potential sequel to my favorite Metroidvania of all time, and that would be Ori and the Will of the Wisps. If we got Ori 3, I would absolutely take time off work to play that.
You know what? I just remembered. I know what day I would take off to play a video game for. Rise Son of Rome 2. It's happening. Let's go.
What game?
Rise Son of Rome 2.
Is that... I've been hearing the Rise get mentioned on a couple of different videos and stuff lately. Is there rumors that we're getting a Rise 2?
So there's been a couple insiders that have teased that there's going to be a big surprise announcement for an Xbox sequel of an external studio making it. And everyone's kind of been like throwing around like their wish list about is it going to be Recore? Is it going to be Ori 3? And I'm just like, and some people are like, it's time. Rise 2, let's go.
Yeah, that's another one I've got in my backlog. I've heard nothing but good things, but I haven't played it yet, but I will.
Is there going to be an Ori 3?
There has not been any. I've not heard any talk of that, and I know
rumors are rumors until they come out.
Yeah. I know from what I heard, Microsoft still owns the IP.
Really?
But I know that Moon Studios has kind of, or I don't know if Moon Studios as a whole, but I know the main guy behind Moon Studios, Thomas Mahler, has maybe had a bit of differences with Microsoft. So I think the odds of that happening are kind of low. But yeah, I would kill for another Ori game, and I would take
money talks, bullshit walks. That's what they say there. Yeah.
So, what about you, Ryan? Is there any upcoming games or theoretical releases that would get you to take a day off work to play?
In all honesty, I have to be honest. I don't know. That's a good question, but you did say theoretical, so
yeah, like Ori 3 probably will never happen, but that's probably my number one pick. So it doesn't have to be a game.
A GoldenEye remake, right?
Well,
we already had that on Wii.
They did do that one with Daniel Craig. That
speaking of, someone just started working on the retro achievement set for that game today. So
I do, because it was also ported to the PlayStation 3, I believe.
I think so. I have the Wii version.
Yeah, it was. If I had to honestly pick, and I'm going to say two things, and I saw one in the chat when I came back. Again, my apologies. I'm one of two guys in the house who can actually move heavy stuff around for my sister and all that kind of stuff. So I had to go do something. But anyway, I would say Dragon Age Origins Remastered. That's the one I saw in the chat. So whoever,
okay. I think that was Ariel that said that.
Well, Ariel's spot on then.
Yeah, it was Ariel. Dragon Age Origins Remaster.
Yeah, because I've had nothing but it's been nothing but a dick sandwich trying to get the original to work on Steam. And with any computer I've actually had 3 computers in the last couple of years because I updated, and so now I have like one for work, and then I have one for gaming, and I have one for streaming, and then the two that are gaming and streaming are paired or slaved, as you will.
No, we don't use that word anymore.
I know we're not allowed to, even though that's what it's called. So I'd say Dragon Origins Remastered. I'd actually probably go for a BioShock 4. I gotta be honest.
Oof.
Oh, are you Ken Levine's new game, Judas? Are you following that one at all?
I am not.
Okay, look into Judas. It's basically the spiritual successor to BioShock. It's made by the same guy, Ken Levine, who made BioShock. Okay. It's his new game.
Okay, Judas.
I don't really know much about it. I just know that he's working on it. Judas.
Yeah, kind of like Judas and Jesus.
Yeah, exactly. So
I don't
think some biblical allegories in there.
If I even saw some frames of it, I'm not sure I'd be able to say, "Oh, that's Judas." But I just know that Ken Levine is working on a new game called Judas, and it's like in the vein of BioShock. So put that on your radar.
Judas takes place on the Mayflower.
What game are we talking about here?
Judas, upcoming Ken
Judas
Levine
Priest,
game.
the band?
No, Judas by Ken Levine. Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Is it on Steam? Ghost Story Games. It looks very BioShocky.
Well, it is the guy.
I don't know.
BioShock.
Yeah, I don't know if there's even a release date for it yet. I just know that he's working on a game called Judas. So,
but anyway, I would love to. I think the third BioShock game is awesome. I really do, and it's really a game kind of out of its own time period in a sense. But I think probably a venture back to Rapture in 4 that would tie both games together more solidly. All the games in the franchise more solidly would be extremely interesting. Because again, both places were built off of kind of like.
Oh, it kind of connects Rapture and Columbia.
Yeah, I think they're not dystopian ideas, but I
would say Rapture is, but I wouldn't say Columbia is. At least from what I've seen, I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Oh, you haven't played it? Oh,
I played. Like I said, I played 1. I haven't played 2 or 3, but I have them in the backlog.
No.
Is it Columbia like a time experiment though?
Well, it is. Yeah, I don't think that's the best way to describe it. It's
hard to explain it without giving
spoiling
anything away.
That's what I mean.
I'm just gonna say there are people who helped build it that they didn't have a choice, and they have a lot more melanin in their skin, and they were put into cages.
And they wear tiny hats, right?
I guess if you want to consider a gorilla with a tiny hat,
you should play BioShock Infinite. That's the point.
That's the point. You're gonna play and you're gonna go, holy shit!
But it's not about any of that. It's not about any kind of like.
No, it's just
racism or anything like that. It's really.
Oh, but that's why Ryan likes it, because of the racism.
Well, it's not about racism, but there are extremely racist undertones there because again, for the time period. And
you saw a Polygon article that said it was like Trump's America. It was like, I'm in.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. I'm just saying the game doesn't pull any punches. It's not about preaching about racism. It's more about
it's just there.
Yeah, go play it. Everyone should play it. I feel like whether you end up loving it or hating it, it's got some pretty interesting ideas.
I think most people loved it. Even people who are like culture shocked and they're like, oh, what's going on?
Most of what I've seen about Infinite has been, I've heard it talked about in a positive light. So my understanding is that it's generally liked.
No, I mean,
I think from what I've seen, it looks like people like 3 more than 2. I think 2 is the one that people liked the least.
2 suffered from the same issue that Tears of the Kingdom suffered, in that Rapture wasn't new anymore. But apparently, I haven't played 2, but apparently it's a better game. It's got better mechanics. But because it wasn't new anymore, it was like
the luster worn off.
Yeah, the newness of Rapture kind of wore off, but
you're seeing Rapture with different eyes though, because it's no longer would you kindly, it's we'll just say you're an original variant of what you are. And I think the reason that I enjoy it more is because you do take kind of like the father figure role, the dad role, the ones that again, what was that, Neil? The name of the game?
The Big Daddy or Big Daddy, right?
Pragmata.
Oh, yeah, Pragmata. Pragmata is an awesome game. Everyone should play.
Yeah,
Pragmata.
that everybody was kind of like shitting their pants about. It's a dad simulator.
That's why I love my favorite name for the game is Dad Space.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great game.
I love that name.
Yeah. No, I think the mechanics of 2 are much better. I almost think this story is probably a smidgen better because you learn that well, they're not just mindless beasts that walk around.
Okay. All right.
So they try to humanize the villains. That's very Disney.
Well, they're not the villains. They're
very
not,
modern.
They're victims. Okay.
I'm gonna say woke.
They're not the villains because the big daddies and the little sisters were always victims.
Yeah, just like Maleficent, she was always a victim, right?
No, that's a different story.
Oh, there we go. We finally figured it out. BioShock 2 is woke. All right, we can establish that right now.
It really isn't.
All right, before we move on to our next topic, going to catch up on chat a little bit. Dude was asking for J Bongo regarding that Maximum Edition of Other M. He says he was asking, does it make the dialogue closer to the Japanese version? Do you know?
I believe it does. I think I remember reading something like that, but it got rid of all the whole like Samus being unauthorized to use her powers. Like they did something to pull that out to make it less contrived that she doesn't have her powers or something. Oh yeah,
Okay.
no, it's her. They removed those lines and then added some dialogue about how her suit needs to go through auto repair or something.
Okay.
Oh,
that makes a little bit more sense.
Sorry, Judas looks awesome.
Oh, he finally got around to looking at it.
Well, I'm looking at the screenshots on Steam because they were so minuscule on the actual internet.
But yeah,
That
I just looked at it too. It looks pretty cool.
So
yeah, it's been hyped for a while. It just gives off spiritual successor of BioShock, just like BioShock does for System Shock. It seems like Kevin Levine really knows how to make shock games.
Well, see, and those are some of my
Judas
favorite games.
Shock.
Because quite frankly, I mean, look, Fallout is Atom Punk, BioShock is steampunk. Like I love cyberpunk games. No offense, they never really landed with me. I prefer things a little more ancient, supposedly, and so that's why I think Fallout and BioShock register with me because of course, obviously,
you don't like that futuristic sci-fi dystopia of like.
No, I don't.
Runner.
Yeah,
no, he just wants to like smoke inside and hit women. That's the aesthetic he goes for.
That's exactly what I want to do. I mean, you see a bitch, you punch her in the face.
No, that's a dame, sir. Get it right.
Oh, I'm sorry, man.
All right. So Matt Black said, I took a week off to play both Breath of the Wild and then Smash Ultimate. Best staycation I've ever had. Very nice.
Good one.
Well done.
Dude says, they better not ruin Best Girl Ruto with talking about the Ocarina of Time remaster. Matt Black agrees.
No, Shadow Temple's going down first and Dead Hand. There's no way they're gonna just up the graphics on those. They're gonna dumb it down.
Okay. Eamon says if we're counting DLC, he'd take a day off to play the Silksong DLC, Sea of Sorrow. Matt Black agrees. And Eamon says upcoming games though, definitely Lucid. Shout out to Lucid. That is Matt Black's. He's a developer on that game, and I just played the demo of it on Metroidvania Monday a couple weeks ago, and it is excellent. So, and I'm having him on for open mic on Thursday, so we're going to talk about Lucid and some other gaming stuff. Yeah, it's awesome. I'm looking forward to playing that one. And he's like, bro. So, and dude says Final Fantasy Resonance, which he was telling me about that recently, that it was a mobile game that they're turning into a full scale, like console release. So
there's a couple of games like that they're doing it. There's another game coming out next month called Another Eden, which had Chrono Trigger devs that worked on it that originally started as a mobile game too.
Interesting.
Okay. And don't work with Ariel because she said I'll sell anyone out for a penny. So keep that in mind. And Matt Black makes a great point. Why does it matter what you play, what you plan to do on your own vacation day?
So what happened with that? There's some more point for that at work. We were getting slammed
Oh, okay. It's like
they all took
asking
off
for a
at
day off.
once.
Yeah, it's like ask for
And
a
what
day off
happened
at
was
Christmas if you're working
we
full
had our
time.
own little Judas go in there and rat out some of our friends.
Oh,
Jeez.
that story lands a little bit with me recently.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this though, one of the best vacation days that I've taken in history. I put on the leaf slip at the United States Postal Service. It says remarks, and I said Avengers Infinity War, and it got approved.
Ah,
I have
awesome.
I have the photo of it literally on my Facebook. She's like, "Are you kidding me with this?" And I'm like, "Oh no, well, why'd I be kidding?" She's like, "You like them? You love those movies that much?" I'm like, "Have you heard me talk about them at work?" She's like, "Well, just in passing with other employees." And I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Is it approved or not?" Day later, she came back and she's like, "Oh, congratulations!" And I'm like, "Yes."
There you go.
That's great. So Matt Black says, I'd for sure take a day off to play a Crystal Punk Metroidvania. I don't know what that means, but
Crystal Punk Metroid.
Yeah, what's
is that a
Crystal Punk?
theme or or is that a game that's coming out? If that's a game, I'll have to look into it.
This one's not
There's
registering me.
Dusk Fade just came out. That's like Clock Punk.
Okay.
The hell
You
is
rip
Clock
off
Punk?
Kingdom Hearts.
It's a bunch of clocks and it's punkish. Yeah,
Like,
kind of like
speaking-
Kingdom Hearts.
No, what? It is Kingdom Hearts. It even has a sword running animation
they
and
drew
everything.
a lot from Kingdom Hearts.
Like
Okay.
there's this new game that just got announced. I'm like, oh, this is Spider-Man 2018 with anime guys.
I
It
think
literally
I've seen that
is.
game. I don't remember what it's called, but I've seen that game.
But like I love what's going on Twitter. People are like, indie devs have finally figured out something that they should have done a long time ago. Just straight up copying other people's games, not
And
even
just
trying to be original.
Change the aesthetics.
No, it's spiritual succession. Okay.
It's an
No,
homage.
calling this spiritual successor is insulting.
No,
It's
it's
just,
either-
they just
it's
stole
either
the
a spiritual-
code and they just reskinned it.
No,
Acid
or
flip.
it's a celebration of
Yeah, it's an homage to whatever
No,
the other
it's
game
a
is.
Chinese game. There you go. That's what they do. They just steal and then just reskin it, and then there you go. There's your new product.
So, yeah, dude says I have a funny feeling the next Mass Effect is gonna be BioWare's last game. I wouldn't be surprised by that if
If it is their last game.
Yeah, if it's not better than Anthem, well, I meant Andromeda, but Anthem also qualifies. It probably will be. Although Anthem is similar to Andromeda for me, it got overly hated. It wasn't a bad game. It just wasn't what it was. What people were expecting out of it.
I think what the real issue is, like, BioWare might be spun out and sold off depending on what's going on.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, like, I think the Saudis bought EA and they're like $400 million in debt or something like that.
Yeah, I heard about that. So, Eamon says, speaking of Ori and the Blind Forest, I completely forgot. Isn't No Rest for the Wicked doing a 1.0 launch this year? If so, that's definitely
Yes,
worth the
next
day
month.
off. I know they're still in early access, but I wasn't sure when the launch day is.
I think it's next month or October when it's
So-
coming soon.
Very, very different from Ori, but it does have a similar art style. So, Ariel, I did not realize you were a big Stargate fan. That's awesome. I am a huge Stargate fan as well. She said, I would like to see a Stargate MMO style of a game or something like it. I think they were working on a Stargate MMO and it got canned at one point. But I
It was
very
called Defiance. That was your closest one that you were going to get back in
I've
the day.
heard of that game. I don't. That had a corresponding TV show, didn't it? Yeah.
It is a project I am currently working on.
Okay. Eamon says, no, there won't be an Ori 3. Moon Studio doesn't own the IP anymore. Yeah, I think Microsoft does. So if you get a sequel, it won't be. It'll be made by modern day devs of the modern audience, which I'm afraid of. So also, Neo just admitted to being an internet hobo. You're not entirely wrong there. And Canadian says, for me, Ocarina of Time Reborn this year, but I can't, sadly. But he would. So let's see here. Hey, Jeff is here. What's up, Jeff from Sons and Shadows? Good evening to you, sir. And wow, man, there's so much chat going on. So, all right, moving on to our next topic. Our next topic for the evening is now you can expand this if you don't have any that kind of meet this criteria, but the idea was, what is a game that introduced you to a new band? And ideally not like a music rhythm game like Rock Band or Guitar Hero, but if that's all that you play that has introduced you to a new band, and that you know, it totally makes sense. Because I learned, you know, a lot of my music tastes came from, you know, Rock Band and Guitar Hero and stuff. But I've discovered some other bands through, you know, just typical story-based games. There's this music playing in the game, and I'm like, oh, what is that? And I go look it up. I'm like, these guys are awesome. So that's kind of the idea behind the question. But if you don't have anything that kind of matches that criteria, that's okay too. So I was curious if there's any games that introduced you guys to any new bands that you kind of fell in love with. So I'll go ahead and kick this one off. So this question is inspired by the original Control. Because of the game Control, I discovered the band Poets of the Fall, and they're really freaking good. And so I started listening to them because of Control, and I have a playlist of my favorite Poets of the Fall songs, and I listen to it quite regularly. So that's my answer, and that is where the idea for this question came from, is because Poets of the Fall has a really close relationship with Remedy, and I think they've done a lot of the music for all of the other Remedy games as well. And I think it's because Remedy and this band are both from like Portland or somewhere in the northwest. So I think that's part of why they also have a good relationship. And one of the cool things is that in the Remedy universe, it's you know, the Poets of the Fall is the real band, but in universe they have a fake band that performs the music, and that's where some of the awesome music in Control comes from. Is there's this one part of the, like right in the middle of Control, it's called the Ashtray Maze, and you go into the section, and Jesse Faden, the main character, puts her headphones on, and this awesome music kicks in for this whole segment. This segment is really freaking dope, and it's the in-universe band is called the Old Gods of Asgard, but they're performed by Poets of the Fall. So I definitely recommend giving Poets of the Fall a listen. They've got some great stuff, and I have that song that's performed as Old Gods of Asgard in that Poets of the Fall playlist. It's called Lose Control, if I remember correctly. That song is one of the many awesome songs. So curious from you guys if there's any other bands that you discovered because of a game.
Unfortunately, I think it's no. I think probably one of the only songs that I like from Control was when you're on that like little train. You're on the train. It's not like a train, but it's like a moving platform.
Oh,
it's like,
okay.
Yeah, and like I don't know what it is, but like that's probably the best song in my opinion from the whole game. I don't think that's
okay.
I think
it
that's
has
just
to be Brutal Legend there, Bongo.
I think so. Is it?
Yeah.
The Jack Black game.
So yeah, no, I'm kind of at a loss on this one.
Okay.
Ryan hates music. He's the guy that drives silent in his car.
I do not hate music, but most artists
He just like chews on beef jerky just to feel something. That's the kind of guy he is.
No, I do not hate music. Most of the music that I listen to comes from TVs and movies.
Okay.
Oh, you just blasted Jefferson theme while you're driving through like the Arizona desert? That's so cool.
No, fucker. Like I don't. What's your answer?
I actually got a few because racing games.
You're such an ass.
Radio and all that stuff. Like
racing games! Damn it! All right, come back to me. I have one already.
All right, you think about it, because
you know what? I'll give one. I'll fire back at Ryan here. For the Fallout franchise, introduced me to the Anderson sisters with their song "Civilization" that you can hear on the Fallout game, and you can hear them throughout different video games, like the Mafia video games and such like that. Very early, like 1940s, 1950s kind of bands like that, where I kind of discover them. Mostly racing games. I listen to a lot of EDM for racing because as I've gotten older, I've gotten away from like hardcore rock and racing games to just, the boops and the bops and the robot noises. But I like a lot of that stuff, though. Like Mod Step was a band I found, a dubstep group or artist, I don't know, but I found through Forza Horizon, actually.
I discovered a few bands from Project Gotham Racing.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good ones. I think also Need for Speed Underground just introduced me to a lot of stuff, but it's mostly stuff I already knew. I think I was more so, when I was younger, like my mom, my stepdad, and my sister's 10 years older than me, they kind of all play music while we drive, so I kind of absorbed it by osmosis. So when I would play games like, say, Def Jam Vendetta or like Need for Speed Underground, stuff like that, I was more happy to like, oh, I know this song. Oh, I know this song. I just was kind of more with it with the soundtracks, I guess you could say. But as I've gotten later in life, and I got to experience the whole like EDM and dubstep, resurgence in the 2000s and early 2010s. A lot of EDM bands I would find through racing games and such.
Okay. Do you want to touch on that thing that got brought up in chat? Because Eamon said that one with Jack Black introduced me to Dragon Force Through the Fire and Flames. I have not played Brutal Legend, but yeah, that was a Jack Black game. But Through the Fire and Flames, I do know that was in Guitar Hero 3. And that song is like, notoriously one of the most hardest songs like ever created in a music rhythm game. So if that was also in Brutal Legend, I did not know that.
Brutal Legend has a really fun boss fight where you fight a giant metal spider and Brackus Helm's Banshee Scream comes on. That's one of the better boss fight soundtracks on there. And also when you're listening to Deadly Sinner, just driving around from 6 inches of blood, it's just a trip and a half.
So, and then Matt Black said from Tony Hawk back on the 64, Goldfinger by Superman. Superman by Goldfinger. That's a good one. And he also asked, does Mick Gordon count? I would say so. Not exactly a band, but discovered Mick Gordon, I'm assuming because of Doom. And yeah, he's got awesome stuff.
I kind of put that in like a different category. It's more like Mick Gordon, Nobu Uematsu, and stuff like that. Like those, you discover them a little differently,
Yeah. So, and dude said 99% of my gaming is games with in-house soundtracks. The 1% is Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Yeah. So, what about you, Bongo? You have you discover any new bands from video games?
I'm not a music guy. Didn't play racing games or Tony Hawk, but the one that comes to mind is in Halo 2, Breaking Benjamin.
Yes, I freaking love Breaking Benjamin, but I was a fan of them before Halo 2.
That's the one that came to mind. That's the one that stuck with me. I remember playing it just not knowing it was coming, and it's like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yep. That song, well, I mean, there's a lot of other good stuff, but that song alone is why Halo 2 soundtrack is my favorite Halo soundtrack.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. That is an excellent choice. So, and we also got a new face I haven't seen in chat before. T-Bon Ould, or U1D, says Mick Gordon counts for an answer to just about anything in my book. Yeah, he does some great work. So, all right, Ryan, did you come up with some other answers? Did we jog your memory?
Yeah, I'm trying to search for it because I'm pretty sure it's off of Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2.
Okay. Oh, Hot Pursuit 2. That was back a PS2 game, I think, right?
I believe it was 3. Was it 3?
Because there was a rebooted Hot Pursuit that was on PS3 and 360. I played that one. But there was a older Hot Pursuit, and I think there was Hot Pursuit 1 and 2, and I think those were PS2 games. But
yeah,
I think Hot Pursuit was a PS1 game.
That could be too. It was a way back.
Yeah. No, I know because it's actually on my phone, but I can't think of the game. I can't think of the song name. It's kind of like because around the same era, I was playing wrestling games, and it was 3 Days Grace. Animal I Become was on WWF.
I love WWF
SmackDown versus Raw, whichever one. 2006.
Those wrestling games probably had great soundtracks.
Oh, they had incredible soundtrack. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot.
You forgot about those, didn't you?
Yeah. So the one I just mentioned. I'm going home. Oh wait,
I didn't play any wrestling games, but I'm assuming they probably had great soundtracks.
I'm in the retard chair in the corner, so I'm just gonna
go. Better than the other chair in the corner.
You shut the hell up. I hate you, Carl. It's like.
Do you need some more time to think?
No, I'm gonna go with 3 Days Grace, Animal I Become, because that's on my phone too, still to this day.
Yeah, that's
I can't remember.
Oh, go ahead, continue.
No, I was just gonna say it's on WWF SmackDown versus Raw something.
I'm surprised nobody brought up Grand Theft Auto though. Grand Theft Auto has always had great soundtracks.
I never got into Grand Theft Auto, man.
Me too. Never
I'm
played
not a fan of GTA.
I've
played some of them, I just don't care for them.
Like, I'm shocked Ryan wasn't into GTA. That's the better one, I should say.
Well, the only reason I ever wanted to play GTA and it's 5 is because I wanted to do the whatever PD freaking add-on to where you get to play a cop.
Oh, like in the role play servers.
Yeah, well, which basically you can't do on console. You have to have a PC version.
Ryan, they made that game. It's called True Crime Streets of LA.
No, it's called The Precinct.
Okay, well, you know what? You're all throwing a lot of stuff at me. Like True Crime. If you guys are fucking with me, I swear to God.
It's a real
game.
They made a sequel called True Crime Streets of New York, too.
Carl, I will find you and I'll hurt you.
No,
That's fine.
They're real. I will vouch for it. They are real games.
How are you going to question me, of all people, about what do I know about video games? First off,
exactly.
Because you know what?
Why would I make up these things?
He just made up a video game on the fly off the top of his head.
I will even bring it off of my shelf and show you, sir.
What was the other one, Neil?
The Precinct. That's a more recent one. I think that one came out last year.
I'll get to you in a second, Carl. All right.
Is a newer game where it is a cop simulator, and they just had a DLC where they had cop dogs and everything.
Yeah,
but that one's more of an isometric game, whereas I think the True Crime games, those are like third person games like GTA.
Carl, the reason that you're on probation for my trust is because we clown him together, so I wouldn't put it past you to clown me.
No, I think I already got you with the outing you for being a Jefferson's theme song enthusiast.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to say anything because
I can see you doing that when you worked at the post office. Be like, moving on, doing the mail people's like things.
I almost slightly feel like that theme is actually racist. Moving on up to the east side, moving on.
The question is if it's slightly racist or if it was originally racist. That's a real question.
I think because it was probably true in the moment. Now later on in life, it's slightly racist, but it's still nostalgic and nobody cares.
It was a spinoff of the Archie Bunker show.
I like how angry Canadian. He says, "Carl, I'm going to find you and hurt you."
Sir,
you think you got it bad? AC gets it worse.
I know. He says, "Sir, take a number." I just saw that.
Yes.
So, 3 Days Grace. I freaking love them.
Animal Eye.
Good song. 3 Days Grace is another one of those bands. It's like they play like one or two of those songs on the radio, and that's like all that most people ever heard of. But like all their stuff, in my opinion, is really good.
Yeah,
I like all their albums.
So, like, what's the local equivalent for you guys? For over here, it's like 95 Will Rock. The rock station stands for Wisconsin, Illinois. Hence the name Will.
Ours is 95.1. Just 95.1 K Rock or something like that.
I haven't listened to the radio in over a decade, so I have no idea.
Well, neither have I, but everyone knows what they grew up listening to as a teenager.
Oh, back then it was 98 Rock. It was 98.5, The Rock.
Yeah, ours has always been 95.1. So.
Wait, where'd you grow up, Neo?
Oh, I'm in Sacramento, California.
We had 98. We had this. In Boston, we had the same. The
really?
Rock of Boston, 98. I think it was 98.
Have you guys?
T-Bone can correct me.
So I'm kind of wondering the rock stations. Of course, they play different radio, shows and stuff like that in the morning. Have you guys ever heard of Free Beer and Hot Wings?
No.
Wow. I'm kind of shocked.
I never listened to. I always hated because I use the radio to wake up, and I want to hear music, and I hated all the freaking morning talk shows. I don't want to hear people talking. I want to listen to music. So anytime I heard a morning show, I'd change to it like a different station.
I could just remember like their little catchy jingles that they always had, like
95
New Killer Bee 96.3. That was like the R&B station out here in Chicagoland area. Or the famous one that I always point out, the voice of Master Chief, 97.1 FM The Drive. Because Steve Downs was a DJ for that music station.
I would listen to the voice of Master Chief.
I only knew that because Carl's mentioned it before. That
like I said,
Chief was Master Chief. He was on the radio.
Well, like quick thing. If you don't know, Bungie originally started as two kids in Chicago, and Steve Downs, he was a radio DJ for the classic rock station here in Chicago.
Yeah. The one that I remember the most, I think it was from Family Guy. Was Weenie in the Butt?
Weenie in the Butt.
What the freak?
So, all right.
Next topic.
So, and dude says the only song I really remember from a racing game was Disturbed's Decadence. Disturbed is awesome. They're one of my favorites. In Need for Speed Most Wanted, since I turned off all the other songs when I played that game, so that was the only one I heard.
Nice. Oh, sports games were good for that too. Madden also had
probably
good soundtracks. Yeah,
I don't play the sports games, but I bet they probably had good soundtracks as well.
Last Madden game I played is Madden 94 on the Super Nintendo.
Oh, you know what?
I think I played Madden 06.
I remember I discovered Hobo Johnson from an NHL game.
I have no idea who that is.
He does like a white guy rapping. That's the best way I can say it. He's got some catchy songs though.
Okay.
He's got one song that me and my wife joke about because it's called Subaru Crosstrek. He just raps about owning a Subaru Crosstrek, and my wife owns a Subaru Crosstrek, so we kind of laugh about that.
That's great. So Eamon said, I bet there's one that we can all agree on. Woodkin and Assassin's Creed 3 trailer at E3. I don't remember that trailer, so I can't agree with it unless I went and watched it again. And Canadian says, I discovered is it Kid Cudi or Kid Cutie? Cudi. I got it wrong on both. Both regards.
God, I thought I was out of touch.
I don't listen to the radio. I listen to the bands I like, and that's about it. So,
Jesus, Neil's like 100.
Neo doesn't listen to, as he says, jungle people music.
I will say that I like rap better than country. I despise country music with to my every fiber of my being. I hate country.
You hate Johnny Cash?
I do hate Johnny Cash. Not that he's bad. I just hate his music.
Not as a person, though.
Yeah. I mean, I don't believe he's alive anymore, but no, I don't hate him as a person. I just hate his music.
You hate black people? You hate white people?
Well, I never said
Italians, black people. Who else are we adding? Johnny Cash.
He's like them damn ones that fucking travel around the bamboo in fucking China.
And moving along, finishing up, I discovered Kid Cudi. I got it right that time.
There you go.
I've heard the name, but I would not be able to recognize or name any music from him.
I think you would.
Is it a guy?
Yeah.
Okay. Him. Okay. I discovered Kid Cudi through Watch Dogs and never regretted it. I haven't played Watch Dogs.
I like how you're so afraid to get this name wrong. It's time to get it wrong.
Well, did you hear
I'm trying to remember how to say it correctly.
Did you hear him have a mini stroke by saying a colored person's name?
I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't listen to the music that the kids listen to these days. So, and Eamon also agrees. Need for Speed, Most Wanted, and Disturbed. Great.
He's like, what's that music you people listen to?
What do you mean, you people? What do you mean, you people? And yeah, I agree. Dude says Rockstar's open worlds are boring. I agree. That's why I'm not interested in those. Oh, Matt Black says 92.3 K-Rock was for him. And T-Bon is in Boston. It was mixed 98.5. That might have been what you're talking about, Jay Bongo.
Yeah, maybe that's maybe what I mixed it up with.
Who could forget Magic 106.7? I'm not familiar with that one. Gasps. You don't remember Woodkin? I do not. But I'll have to go check that trailer out afterwards, and maybe it'll jog my memory. All right. After all that, we're going to go ahead and move on to our final topic for tonight. And
this is an impossible question.
We're changing it up a little bit because we ran out of years. We started with 1990 and we did a different year every year up till current year. Last episodes was 2025. So now we got to come up with something different. So I got another similar question lined up for a few more episodes. Then I'm going to change it again. But yeah, I went back and looked yesterday to see what episode we started doing the last question of, what's your favorite game of this year? We didn't even start that until Party Chat episode 23. But we did 1990 all the way to 2025. So we're going to step the game up a little bit. And the last topic for tonight is, what is your favorite game of the entire decade of the 90s? So we'll do the 90s. Next episode will be the 2000s, then the 2010s, and then we'll switch it up again after that since we're only like halfway through the 20s. But
just a game, right? Not 17.
Yeah. If you had to pick a favorite game from 1990 through 1999, what game would it be? I know it's a very difficult question because now you have to basically go through all the, your favorite game of each year, and then from there figure out which was your favorite out of those. So if you guys, I came prepared. I don't know if you guys did. I shouldn't be surprised at all. So Ryan, why don't you go ahead and kick us off with this question?
I did change this on purpose. So I had to weigh two of them. It was GoldenEye 007 or it was StarCraft, which was 1998.
StarCraft.
And so I was like, okay, what game did I get the most use out of? What game did my friends and I have the most fun with? And it had to been GoldenEye 007 because you could play 2 players, you could play 3 players, 4 players. I love me some StarCraft. It was a blast. What really sucked is because we had modems back in the 90s. And as soon as that's a good one too. I was so late to the franchise, Carl. God bless America.
That's The Mummy for anyone who's
curious. Yeah, looks like you're on the wrong side of the river.
I need to watch that movie again. It's been a very long time since I've seen it.
A lot of people don't.
Go on.
No, I was just going to say, a lot of people don't know that during that hanging scene, Brendan Fraser actually almost died.
Oh, really?
Did not know that.
You guys did not know that?
I've only seen it once, way back in the day. So.
So when you see that scene where like it looks like the rope is actually really tied around his neck and he's kind of like muttering, his eyes are rolled back. That's legit. That was actually happening. There was not enough.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he almost died. They had to get the EMTs involved. Anyway, long story short, so God bless Brendan Fraser for being a champion.
Yep.
Did you know that they also made a PS1 game for this one too?
Yes, and there was I believe there was a second one too.
Yes, I have both of them.
Yeah, Carl's mentioned that Mummy game a couple times recently.
Yep, I have. I don't know if I have the first one. It's in storage, but I think it's the second one I have. So
I also found the Scorpion King game too while I was out thrifting.
I think I might have found that one or have that one. I can't remember. Again, moved from Florida, clear, 1,900 miles away to Colorado is a long way to trek. So a lot of stuff in storage still, but yeah. So I'm gonna have to pick GoldenEye 007. I love StarCraft.
Okay, you got an admirer in chat. T-Bon agrees. His answer is also GoldenEye.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna go with GoldenEye. An honorable mention is going to be StarCraft because that's the game that my friends and I second played the most on battle.net when you used to have line to line, modem to modem was what it was called. And God, it sucks. Somebody would call and be like going, you are offline. And it just, that's all a display and the game would freeze. And you're like, going, I'm in the middle. They're attacking me.
Yeah, it's funny because people said like they'll get disconnected when they got phone calls, but when I was on the internet, if someone called, it would just send them to voicemail. It wouldn't interrupt the internet connection.
It was when like your family member picked up the phone.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay,
that makes more sense because I would always be like, "Hey, can I use the internet?" It's like you got 15 minutes. So
yeah,
that's the shit I got too. They'd be like going, okay, you have an hour. And I'm like going, of course, 29 minutes into it or like 35 minutes. It's like going,
the page finally loaded.
We can't connect. Like going, people are picking up the phone and they're like going, well, you only got like, 25 minutes left. Enjoy. And I'm like, dude, screw you. My parents were sticklers about the internet, man. I'll tell you what, it was over the top.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I like Matt Black's. He's like, you're asking us to distill 10 years into one answer? I hate you.
Yeah.
We asked some tough questions here on Party Chat.
We're usually more open-ended, though, there.
Yeah.
The toughest one is Neo's racism. Why is he racist still?
Because he's old Californian, that's why.
Yes. True.
That's probably the most logical answer. We kid. Neo's not racist.
No, he's not.
Not that much.
So, you know what? You picked up a joke. I appreciate you. There you go.
That was a running joke in college with me and all my buddies is that I was very anti people from Israel because my actual heritage is my entire family going way back is all like entirely German. So it was a joke that I was anti, those people.
Oh, shalom. There you go.
Neo in his free time, he's goose stepping out in the yard.
So I had some really good one-liners back in the day, but we're not going to rehash.
I understand why you named your dog Herman. No, it all makes sense.
I do not name pets. People names pets get pet names.
Oh, so Goering, my mistake.
Yeah.
Much better.
Yeah. The surname, not the first name.
Yes. So,
What do you mean his name is Yosef?
getting back,
Gorbals. You gotta get it right.
getting back on track here a little bit. Jay Bongo, what about you? Can you pick a favorite game from the 90s?
Man, if I can cheat a little and separate it between multiplayer and single player,
Okay, I'll allow it.
I gave an honorable mention. Yeah, I think that's good.
yeah, it's got to be for multiplayer. It's either GoldenEye or Smash Brothers.
That's fair.
I'm cheating again by naming two.
Ryan, just so you know, Perfect Dark did not come out in the 90s.
Yeah, did not.
That's
That's
correct.
because it sucks.
But we did play
I will ban
GoldenEye
you,
probably
sir.
more than Perfect Dark.
What was that, Bongo?
We played GoldenEye more than Perfect Dark, I think.
Everyone did.
Yeah.
Except for me, apparently.
Single player games, like I mean, Ocarina of Time is my favorite game of all time. That
Okay.
and Majora's Mask, like, are there?
I
There's
think
so
Majora's
many
Mask was
games.
also in the 2000s, right?
Oh,
Came out
oh,
like
yeah.
2000.
Yeah, I think so. But
Also, kind of shout out Ocarina of Time would have made it an incredible movie. You remember that? We
Yeah.
showed it on that
Majora's
Yeah,
Mask
that-
came out in 2000.
that
yeah.
IGN freaking
The
April
IGN
Fool's
April
joke
Fool.
that based off Ocarina of Time, looking like in a
Yeah.
live action Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Jerks.
Yeah. Everyone
Yeah.
was so hyped for that. And then it's like, April Fool's. It's like, you suck.
That is the worst joke in the history of the world. I swear.
But yeah, I mean, Banjo Kazooie mentioned as well. Banjo Tooie. There's so many N64 games that are just like core to my childhood.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a tough question.
Yeah. So Eamon says that's a big ass. The 90s had Final Fantasy VII, StarCraft, Mario 64,
Yeah.
Pokemon Red Blue, Command and Conquer, Red Alert, Diablo,
Oh.
Tomb Raider, Metal Gear, Chrono Trigger, Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, Mario Kart, Resident Evil, Banjo Kazooie, and tons of Final Fantasy games.
And
And
Mega
we-
Man X games.
Shout out to
Steal my
West.
thunder.
Panzer Dragoons as well.
Shout out to Westwood Studios for figuring out how to actually do proper multiplayer games over modems.
Oh,
That barely dropped compared to StarCraft. StarCraft had like a 70% fail ratio. At least Command & Conquer Red Alert was like on maybe 25-30% tops.
I never played games online until broadband internet was a thing. And even if I did, I don't want to go online and play against people online because I'm going to get destroyed. So
Well, you
I only
could-
played single player stuff when we were in the dial-up age.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, both Command & Conquer Red Alert and StarCraft, you could actually be allies. And so you could actually, so my friend and I love to go on there and it'd be like the two of us. And then we like literally flood the map like 6 other enemies, all computers, and they'd all gang up on us.
So, yeah, Eamon
Quest
says-
64 honorable mention.
Quest 64. I hear that get mentioned a lot, but I'm pretty sure that's like a meme answer.
Yes.
But yeah, Eamon says, yeah, Westwood was fantastic. Really sucked when EA bought them out. But
Yep.
yeah, he also said for me it'd be Majora's Mask or Banjo Kazooie, but unfortunately, Majora's Mask does not count because it was in 2000. And he says, oh, well, Banjo Kazooie it is then. So I think I rented Banjo Kazooie, so I played it, but I never actually beat it. So I do have it in the backlog, and I do
man.
plan to play it, Banjo Kazooie and Banjo Tooie at some point for the first time, in its entirety.
Okay, you know how you say Perfect Dark just improved upon everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say something controversial here.
Okay.
Okay, Banjo Kazooie is the Perfect Dark to Mario 64.
Okay.
Okay,
I've heard that because go
the
ahead.
one thing that Mario 64 does better is the movement. It's way more agile, way faster, like faster gameplay. But I think everything else, design wise, I think Banjo Kazooie.
T-Bon's got to leave, says got to run. Good night, all. Good to meet you, T-Bon.
Hi, Tim.
Thanks for hanging out. But yeah, I've never made it a secret that I'm not a huge fan of the Mario franchise in general, and that's why Ariel's constantly give me crap about it. But I played Mario 64 back in the day, but that's the last game that released in the Mario franchise that I played. So I've never played any of the Mario games past Mario 64. I will be playing through them at over the course of time. But that was the last one I played because I was just never been big on Mario. But I'm much more keen to play Banjo Kazooie than Mario 64.
I'm interested to watch you play Sunshine. It's the hardest of the 3Ds, in my opinion.
So I do plan to play Sunshine, and then after that, I plan to play Eclipse to see everything that Eclipse did better than Sunshine. So I don't necessarily plan to do it on stream, but we'll see. And it'll probably be a while till I get to that anyways. I got a bunch, I got other games to get through first. Anyways, yeah, I've heard some people say that Banjo kind of took what Mario 64 and then did it better. So
just like Diddy Kong Racing and Mario Kart 64.
I agree. I think Diddy Kong was the better kart racer. So for those who don't know, T-Bon is Bongo's brother. Oh, yep. I did not know that was your brother.
Older brother. Yep.
Oh, well, good to meet you, older big Bongo. We'll call you T-Bongo.
There you go.
So, and dude says, yeah, Quest 64 is overhated. It was still a fun game. It's here. These streams of me playing, because like I said, dude's been playing through Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on stream lately. So they having me play both Galaxy games have been the first time I've played through them. So when I get to playing them, that'll be my first time playing those ones as well. But he still prefers Sunshine. All right. And yeah, I know Angry Kenny is a huge fan of Sunshine. So Sunshine is his favorite of the 3D. And I think when we talked about it last, that's also his favorite Mario, not just his favorite 3D Mario, if I remember correctly. So yeah,
it's a great game.
What was that, Carl?
Sunshine is the best.
Yeah. Matt Black says Pachinko Nightmare intensifies. I've heard about that's I haven't played it, but I've heard about Pachinko, and that's part of the bad things about Sunshine. So all right. I guess I'll go ahead and go next. So it got briefly mentioned there by Bongo, but no one in chat has mentioned it. But it was easy to narrow down two options for me for my favorite game of the 90s, and that was talked about earlier, Ocarina of Time. It was in my top 10 games of all time until Twilight Princess just recently supplanted it. But I still have Ocarina of Time. It's a fantastic game, and deserves being the first game inducted in the Video Game Hall of Fame. And then my other one, so it's between these two, is my favorite Super Nintendo game of all time, which is Mega Man X3. So I think Ocarina of Time is a better game, but I think I like Mega Man X3 more. I love all three Mega Man X3 games, and those are my favorite Super Nintendo games, and X3 is my favorite of them. I still think Mega Man X is a better game than X3, but X3 is my favorite. But it'd be between X3 and Ocarina of Time, and also a great game. But I think I actually prefer playing X3 more than Ocarina of Time, even though they're both great games. So if I had to pick one game, it'd probably be Mega Man X3 for my favorite game from the 90s.
A solid pick.
So, and yeah, Angry Canadian says, I always appreciate Neo's remembrance of me. I'm glad I got that right. Did Carl, I don't think you've gone yet, or did I already forget?
No, yeah, I didn't.
All right. I was like, I don't think Carl's gone yet. So if you had to pick one game from the 90s, what would be your favorite game? Or you could have a runner-up too, if you wanted.
Age of Empires 2.
Oh, I did not think about that, but that makes sense because I know you still play that game like to this day.
Yeah, I still play it very religiously. It's a game that helped encourage me to become a history major. I played it so much as a kid, doing the cheat codes, going through all the campaigns and stuff like that. And I think it's one of the game studios that people don't realize is still doing really good work with their properties. World's Edge from Microsoft, very, very sneakily been doing really good job with their remasters and ports of all the old Age of Empires games and Age of Mythology, and they just announced a brand new major expansion for Age of Empires 3 that everyone was shocked to hear about.
Yeah, I thought, because they've been releasing more, even to this day, they've been releasing content for Age of Empires 2. It's kind of surprising that they released more for Age of Empires 3, because I thought 2 is one that everyone loved, and 3 kind of had end of life like a long time ago.
Yeah, so they brought it back, and just recently, I want to say like a week or two ago, they just said, hey, surprise, we're doing a major DLC update with 3 new factions and 2 new storylines.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
so World's Edge, underrated one. Like I said, they've been doing a lot. They've also made brand new campaign scenarios for Age of Mythology as well.
Something that made me pick StarCraft over Age of Empires back in the day. I just love the asymmetry of the choices. between the different races that you could choose. For some reason, it just appealed to me much more than, the different choices you had to play.
For me,
we joked about this before. It's because you were going to Korea and you had to fight a lot of dads to date their daughters.
It's true.
For me,
I'd buy a StarCraft game.
If I had to pick, it would be StarCraft, just because I love sci-fi way more than like the historical setting. Mm-hmm. So just the setting of the sci-fi setting of StarCraft would make me choose it over something like Age of Empires. Not that I don't like learning about history or anything. It's just there's 9 times out of 10 I like sci-fi. Though I always mention the one time where I'll choose fantasy over sci-fi is the best example is because Bethesda has sci-fi, their Fallout, and they have their fantasy, Elder Scrolls. I like Elder Scrolls more than Fallout, but I like sci-fi more than fantasy.
Technically, Fallout. Well, okay, it's not fantasy, but
50s punk.
Yeah, but I mean, it is
atomic punk,
sci-fi. It's sci-fi. It's not fantasy, because well, I mean, shit.
Fallout sci-fi. Yeah,
it's kind of. I probably call Fallout sci-fi, right?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah, it's just the I don't know. Dystopian wouldn't be right, because dystopian isn't usually like, it'd be apocalyptic. The dystopian is more like Blade Runner, where the world hasn't been destroyed. It's just things aren't great.
Yeah, I've played the Doc Heck series there, Oni. I actually own all of them.
Oh, thanks for understanding. Played the Dot Hack. I know of them, but I've never played them, and I likely never will, because it's not my genre.
Made by CyberConnect 2, tie in directly to the Dot Hack anime, and all 4 games were made in 1 year.
Yeah,
that's a running joke.
Wow. Remember you learning about that from one of our episodes together. I think it was on one of the ones we did on your channel.
Mm-hmm.
So, Cyberpunk is greater than GTA 6. What Eamon says, which I would agree. I'd be far more interested in playing Cyberpunk than GTA 6. I do plan to play Cyberpunk at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it, because one of those.
Cyberpunk 2077 is better than a game that's not out yet.
By default, I guess so. But we're also talking about Cyberpunk, a game that was notoriously broken at launch and caused mass refunds and everything else.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, if it's like, which one of these 2 games would you rather play? Oh, by a long shot, I'd rather play Cyberpunk.
Man, CD Projekt Red hadn't made Witcher 3. I mean,
Witcher 3 was also a notoriously broken game at launch too, that everyone forgets.
Yeah. Yep.
Those Polacks, what can I say?
Whoa.
That was Carl, not me. I don't have anything against them. No.
Well, you're
German, so I thought you did.
Your people did invade Poland.
It's all in the past.
Is it?
So
say Zeke Heil for me.
Oh, stop!
You know what's real sad too is that, dude, I can literally watch on people's faces their butthole clenches. They're like, "On, I don't want to." And it's like, you know what, Zeke? You know what that means? It means "hail to victory." It's not even a bad phrase. It's all the jerks that used it.
Yeah, the swastika wasn't a bad thing until they turned it slightly.
I was just talking about that with someone the other day.
Yeah,
you go to South Korea, you'll see swastikas.
It's the Hindu. It's a Hindu symbol for peace.
Exactly. So
all it takes is one jerk.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Ryan? I don't think we've heard. Did we hear from you on your favorite? Oh yeah, GoldenEye. That's right. Yeah. And StarCraft. So, all right. I think we covered everyone. Did I miss anything? Anyone have any last thoughts on favorite games from the 90s?
No.
All right. Well, with that, we'll go ahead and say goodnight here. Before we do, give everyone a chance to say, go around the horn here and what they're up to. So, Jay Bongo, thanks for joining us despite being late. It's always great having you on and talking games with you.
Wow.
So, what do you got going on that you want to let people know about?
Yeah, right now I'm playing through Pal World. Eamon finally convinced me to play it. I was not going to play it, but I'm playing it. And it's a lot of fun. Also simultaneously going through Metroid Prime 1 just to finish off playing all the Metroid Prime games. And then we'll just bounce back and forth between Pal World and some other games in the next couple weeks. But yeah, if you're up early, I start
Or late.
streaming at or late. Oh, yeah, or late. I stream at about 4:45 a.m. weekdays Central Time, and then I post clips and stuff. I like to talk all things video games. I also like to go deep into the game design philosophy and game design in general. So if that's your thing, check out my channel. Give me subscribe. I'll appreciate it. Thank you.
So his link is in the stream title and description, and I dropped it in chat. So if you're not giving this guy a sub, go over there and give him a sub because this dude, he's a great dude. And dude asked a great question, which I don't remember. So I'm going to have to go back.
Was I late for that one too?
But was J Bongo late for our Prime 4 discussion? I don't think so, but now I'm going to go find out. So great to have you on either way. So I'll drop in every once in a while to his streams because he's just getting up and I'm going to bed. So Ryan, I don't think so, but is there anything you got going on over on your channel you want to let people know about?
Actually, I want to try to get back into streaming, and finish BioShock 2. I think I'm probably halfway through it, maybe 2/3. I want to get back into playing video games. It was a lot of fun. I kind of got tired of doing that. The I hate everything content. So I think video games and having fun are for me in the future. And hopefully I can start doing that. I'm still trying to work the bugs out of the new. Well, when you pull computers apart and the whole entire hardware, and you have two computers, who are attached to each other. I don't want to say the other one. There you get a few hiccups. So once I get those figured out, I'll try to get back into BioShock 2. So it was a lot of fun. It's good to be back.
It is. I'm glad you were able to make it.
Neo's going, I wish you didn't come.
And I went back and reviewed the tape, and Jay Bongo is vindicated. He was there at the start of the stream. It was lowest expectations who was 30 minutes late. So vindication.
I would not be late to discuss how much I dislike Metroid Prime 4. And why I'm objectively right about it.
I agree. So, Carl, what about you? What do you got going on?
Tomorrow I'll be doing another episode of Legacy dedicated to the Mario franchise. So I will be joined by our friend Mr. Nerdporial Lifeform himself. Thursday we do our, of course, video game news show. I got a lot of fun stories. One of them I said earlier about the U.S. government trying to use GTA 6 to get people to re-enlist. So that's going to be one of the stories that we cover. We're seeing if Mr. Bongo here can make it. He's still got to get back to me on that one, but hopefully he's able to.
I'll hit you up soon.
That's fine. And then this upcoming Friday, me and Mr. Nerd Takes are going to sit down and we're going to do another episode of Nostalgia Saved, and we're talking about 2018 Spider-Man by Insomniac. Right. So that's basically what it is. If you also want to check out my channels right now, I did just post a video about what video games you should buy for the PS3 before the PS3 store goes down. And, of course, other videos dedicated to that, such as what retro games you should buy, as well as other things on the PS3 store. And, of course, all my unboxing and other evergreen content. Please feel free to check those out, including past episodes of shows I've mentioned on here. So that's all I got.
Good stuff. So I'll, as usual, I'll be probably won't be able to watch those ones live, but I will catch the replays. So, as for myself, as mentioned, for Metroidvania Monday, I'm currently going through Guns of Fury, and I'm having a lot of fun with that. I definitely recommend it, especially if you are a Metroidvania fan like me, and also if you are an enjoyer of the Metal Slug games, because that's exactly what it is. Metal Slug as a Metroidvania. It's a lot of fun. So go check that out, or go get it yourself and play it. It's a good game. Tomorrow night, unfortunately, this is my version of Suffer Stream. Dude and I are resuming Dude Souls. I am starting Dark Souls 2 tomorrow because I had an open invitation as I played through Dark Souls and did not enjoy it, that if people wanted to see me continue to suffer, if someone gifted me Dark Souls 2 on Xbox, we would continue the suffrage, and Dude's coaching me through Dark Souls. And a few months ago, One of my buddies gifted me. I don't know if I should call him a buddy anymore, but he gifted me Dark Souls 2. So the suffering shall continue. We're continuing Dark Souls 2 tomorrow. And then on Thursday, as I mentioned, for open mic, I'll be having Matt Black on, developer of Lucid, who I said, I mentioned I played the demo of Lucid, and it is great. So we'll be talking about Lucid and other video game stuff in general. It's not just going to be about Lucid. We're going to have a great discussion. So come hang out for that. So that will be it for tonight. So everyone, thanks for hanging out with me for Party Chat. I always love chatting with you guys about video games. Thanks everyone in chat for hanging out and listening to us yammer. And everyone have a great rest of your evening. And we will see you all next time. And as always, in the meantime, game on.
See ya.